Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Brink, the most Brinkaliciously awesomest podcast to be the Brink. That is right. I'm going to say podcast because I'm going to sound it in a different accent. And it is the Brink because you love the Brink, and the Brink is the best thing to be the Brink, and the Brink, and the Brink, and the Brink. And I just want to say that 150,000 times because we're here for episode 57 of the Brinkalicious podcast. That is right. 57 means that we are here for the best of 2017. We are going to hear the best bits from an epic year that has been the Brink. Lots of clips from the Brink, but also there'll be clips here from the Oz Network. There'll be clips here from our other shows, including, if I can remember them off the top of my head, that'll be 007 as well. Clearly I'm going blank this time of year to celebrate our best of. So you're going to hear all these clips. It's going to be back and forth. I'm not going to introduce every single one of them, and we're going to close it out, of course, with what we do every single year. 2017 in the mix. Of course, we do an in the mix of every year. It's going to be called something different each year, and you will enjoy this because we know you love the Brink, and we know that you obviously enjoy hearing the best bits from a very epic year that has been 2017. Sit back, relax, get Brinkalicious, and enjoy the best bits of 2017.
Yes, hello everybody, and welcome once again to your favoritist, Brinkalicious, most awesomest podcast that you know and love. It is the Brink for our 20th rebooted podcast. Got so excited there that my voice went really high. And that's what we generally do, particularly when we're in a car driving. At the time of recording this, I'm sitting in the back seat of a police car, an ex-police car actually, apparently, so I've learnt. And we are venturing north to the shit part of Tasmania, otherwise known as near Launceston Symmons Plains for the V8s. Well, actually, they're not the V8s anymore. They're just the supercars round here in Tassie. And we're going to have some fun recording some segments. And joining me in the car, as he often does, that's a weird way of introducing him. First of all, it's Sam to the Mac McCrossan. Hello, Samuel.
Good morning, Ben. Thanks for having me. Very good, very exciting to be driving up to Symmons Plains, and I'm just trying to work out if we've ever recorded in a car before. I think we might have done. I know we've recorded in a bus.
Yes.
Perhaps have we done a plane before?
I've done videos on planes. I don't know if we actually did an audio for the Brink, but...
train? If we were recording on a train before,
we did a couple of weeks ago on the way to the footy, if you do recall. You were tossing and turning whether who would win between Carlton and Richmond. So
oh, that's right.
We haven't done a boat before.
No, we haven't done a boat.
Maybe we can, find a boat somewhere up at Symmons. I don't know.
You know what I think we should do?
What should we do?
We should try recording on a tandem bicycle sometime. How about that?
Well, I can top your tandem bicycle and get a hovercraft. I mean,
Hovercraft?
Who's ever done a podcast on a hovercraft?
Skateboard,
rollerblades, scooter. Anyway, we can come up with all different forms of transportation. Also, sitting next to you, you might not need to distract him too much, otherwise we all will die in this recording. Mr. Stewie Lipscomb, how are you, Stu?
Yeah, not bad. Yourself, Ben, how are you, mate?
Oh, look, I'm in your capable hands right now. I mean, you are driving, so hopefully that microphone's not too distracting, is it?
No, look, I used to use two-way radio while driving, and yeah, that's not distracting, so this is not distracting either.
You know what this is actually reminding me of? The classic 2012 Brink Olympics version of Hooning that we did.
Oh, that one, yes. That was a bit of fantastic audio work and video work from you, Ben.
This is actually quite fun. We've got two ex-co-hosts of the Brink in the car. James, I'm going to put the microphone in front of your face just because I want to embarrass you. James Fife, I don't know if you ever were in the Brink before, were you, Fifey?
I wasn't, Ben, no.
Well, now you are. How do you feel being on the greatest ever radio show / podcast ever to be a radio show / podcast?
Oh, extremely excited, Ben.
Well, I'm glad. And you're a very intelligent man, actually, James Fife, because you are a Carlton supporter. So can I just point that out? How does it feel to have extra intelligence than the two in the front seat here?
It's wonderful, Ben. It's really good. It's great to be here with you and Stewie and Sammy. Looking forward to the races today and being a Carlton supporter.
You always look forward to being a Carlton supporter because it's just the way of life. Can I just say, fuck you, Disney. Like, I get your live-action remakes of, like, The Beauty and the Beast and fucking Jungle Book. They've got humans in it. Okay, makes sense. How are you live-actioning The Lion King? Are you going to get some actual lions and train them? Like, you're still going to be CGIing it. It's bullshit. Fuck you.
to their defense.
No, not to their defense. Don't you start on this.
No. Like, to their defense, they are using James Earl Jones.
One person!
Still.
Like, fuck Beyonce being Nala. She's not Nala. The original Nala's Nala. Where's Jonathan Taylor Thomas as young Simba and Matthew Broderick? And I love John Oliver, but he's not Zazu. Robin Williams is Zazu. Fuck Disney.
That's because it's...
I love Marvel, I love Star Wars, and I'm glad you bought Fox because it might mean the X-Men can finally come into Marvel and the Fantastic Four, but fuck you for making a live-action movie of a movie that's barely even old and out of the frickin' cinemas. It's The Lion King. It's untouchable.
Dude, that's almost 20... It's 23
No,
years
it
old,
happened
isn't it?
2 days ago. I'm not that old. 23 years ago. Shut up. I remember seeing it at the movies and buying him I had a little Nala toy, which I took with me because I had a crush on Nala. But I was 7 and she was a lion. But I don't know how that worked, alright? You leave my Lion King love alone. It's an amazing... Like, I don't even like animated movies. They're dumb. But, like, don't ruin the Lion King. Alright? If they remake Jurassic Park, I am going to North Korea and I am joining whatever his name is and I'm going to nuke America.
Okay, just to recap, within the last 10 minutes, you have spouted hatred towards Indigenous Australians.
Hey, that was impersonating you. I do not agree with those opinions.
You have told Disney to get effed.
Well, they should.
You have announced you have some weird bestiality fetish.
Hey, I did admit recently that I was in love with a horse on the Ewok recap. That was a bloody good-looking horse, but anyway.
And now you're saying you're going to defect to essentially the world's enemy.
Well, I mean, it's a matter of perspective, Josh. Even the Nazis were respected by some corners of the world.
Yeah, I'm going to recommend a movie. I think we need to step away from this for a minute.
Not the remake of The Lion King. Monica Culpepper also kissed me on the cheek. All right, One World people,
You
love
have
me.
bragging rights right now.
Troyzan didn't kiss me on the cheek, but, next time.
I just had a vision of you grabbing somebody by the shoulder, shaking them, and said, "Tell me where Kim is, tell me!"
Where is she? Where is Kim Redlin?
Oh my
Could you imagine if somebody had said to me Brian Hardick was there? I would have just punched him in the face, like, shut up and take my money.
You're waiting for your kiss on the cheek from him, too.
Oh, I would have wanted to kiss more than just on the cheek. Come on, right now.
Oh my god. I love it.
I need to calm down. I am sitting with the only survivor right now that I've actually kissed properly, so, I'm just bragging even more. Photographic evidence of that,
Going
people.
through hard times.
Yeah, such a hard life being a survivor podcaster,
I love how
isn't it?
now she's like, it was pity, don't judge me.
Well, it was. I'm not denying it wasn't anything more than pity. I mean, it legitimately was a let's make your ex jealous kiss, to which I played up to the fact that she took a photo on her phone. I'm like, it didn't count because I didn't get a photo on my phone, to which it happened again. I'm taking it still. I'm not in any way saying it was anything more than a pity kiss, because seriously, look at me and look at her. But back to Survivor.
Who put the baby in the corner?
That's it. My baby, it's in the corner.
I've got like Crash's Dummies. You know the song "Keep a Lid on Things" by Crash's Dummies, the weirdest song they ever made.
No, the only song by Crash Test Dummies I know is
Oh, okay. They had this weird song which just starts with the singer, "Who put the dog in the doghouse?" I was probably thinking that, "Who put the baby in the corner?"
my baby.
I want to do a parody of that. "Who put the baby in the corner?" You did, baby. You did. Jamie's gonna love that right now. She thinks that song's amazing.
I just want Colin to sing for the rest of this episode.
Alright, let's move on for the Crashes Dummies weirdest song ever.
Manslaughter. That's like pretty gruesome.
I always thought that's a funny word. Manslaughter. Like,
Sexist.
What about accidental killing? No, manslaughter.
Like, why hasn't that been PC change? Like, women can die too. This should be person slaughter.
Human slaughter. apparently Kelsey Grammer's sister was raped and murdered. That's very sad.
What?
Don't laugh.
That's so random.
I like Kelsey Grammer.
I'm not laughing. That's horrible. I like Kelsey Grammer too, but that's just like we're talking But you're just talking about manslaughter. You're like,
Like
la. Oh, apparently Kelsey
He's accused
Grammer's
of murder.
sister was raped. And you're like, okay.
Well, that's the second news story that shows up on Google for when you type in murder.
Oh, this is only recent.
Yeah, 1 day ago.
Oh, holy shit. I thought this was like old news. Aw, poor Frasier.
Hi, Kelsey Grammer. Yeah, and Valentine's Day murder. Wade Martinez, Jake Tortle, jailed for murder of George Garmo. Not George Garmo.
Underrated.
Underrated murder victim.
Here's a
George
question. Here's a
Garmo.
philosophical question for you.
No.
In the future, just calm down, wait. When we can clone each other, if you kill your clone, is that murder or suicide?
Well, it's not suicide.
Well, you're killing yourself.
Well, no, you're not killing yourself. You're killing a clone of yourself.
But it's still yourself, so you're killing yourself.
No, it's not yourself. It's a whole other entity. It's
But
a
you're
whole,
still killing yourself.
Yeah, but can you control that other clone? No, it's got its own brain. It's doing its own thing. You're fat and ugly, and it's skin. I don't mean you. I mean this.
Wow.
Is hypothetical.
Wow.
You're fat and ugly.
You're throwing that into a conversation. So, Jack Sawyer and Locke are here. You're fat and ugly. Ben comes up to the wall.
I don't mean you. I mean hypothetical you listening to this show.
Who's also fat and ugly, apparently.
Sorry, Adam. Yeah, you're fat and ugly, and your clone is thin and works out. Like it can. That's why you killed it. Jealousy.
You're fat and ugly. Your clone's thin and attractive.
I don't mean you. I mean everybody.
Dig yourself deeper. Do a Ben.
So it's murder.
No. I think there's more to it than
It's not
that.
going to be suicide.
There's more to it than that.
Yeah, there might be, but it's definitely not suicide.
Again, you're technically killing yourself. So.
You're not. You're killing a clone of yourself. It's a whole other entity.
But what if the clone, like, kills the clone? This is like 2 clones.
Well, how many clones are there now? This is just complicating the matter.
I don't know. They might want to make like an army or something like that for General Grievous.
5 clones? Because I
5?
feel like... Well, I feel like in the future, when cloning is a thing, we need a cloning law. I feel like 5 is kind of a neutral number.
Would you like to clone yourself? I think it'd be fun.
No.
Like, why not?
Because I don't want me going out there and being better than me being fat and ugly, and my clone
they're not better than
going
you.
out. Why?
You make them not as good as you.
Yeah, but then they have their... I feel like you don't really know what a clone is.
I'm not. This isn't freaking historical figures. I know what a clone is. Like, it's not Alexander the Great or something like that.
You can't control the clone. Once it's been cloned, it's its own thing.
Can't, but like, I could right now be watching The Force Awakens while my clone does this episode. So
Yeah, and but it's not you after that. It can be different to you. It can go off and do its own
me
thing.
because it's a clone. You program it
It
to
starts
be you.
but then it will go separate ways. And
No.
it might be skinny and get lots of chicks and
Yeah, it
be
will
better than...
So it would be me.
It wouldn't be you. It would
Oh
be
wow, so I'm
Ben
not skinny and
too.
get lots of chicks. Ouch, that hurts my feelings, Noah.
Hypothetical.
I forgot I'm fat and ugly.
What is the... Oh, God, I'm afraid for this one. What is the most offensive thing that you can think of?
Most offensive thing that I can think of.
Yeah.
Like, to say?
Yep.
Well, sometimes women ask for rape.
That's pretty offensive. You'd think we'd edit that out, wouldn't you? But I asked a question. Hello to all our female. Hello, Michaela. If you're listening, maybe it's a good thing he didn't try and get off with you. I can't. I can't answer any more questions after that.
Wait. Disclaimer. views of Dakota answering questions is not views of actual Dakota. Because Dakota wanted to answer the question. Like,
it's honestly one of those questions that you kind of like, look, we can all think of incredibly offensive things. But it's one of those ones that you still think a person's going to at least, you know, steer clear of slightly. Like, oh, you know, whatever. You went there.
No, it's offensive. You told
It's very
me
offensive.
the most offensive thing.
It's true. I've got no one else to blame but
It's
myself.
not my views,
Yeah.
but it's offensive.
It's incredibly offensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You listen to everything Tarzan says, you will learn how to speak Australian in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. I've been told a lot of these. One woman said to me she'd rather hear me say the F word than some of these ducks nuts and bloody, you know, give my left nut and all this sort of thing. Well, and then I was pleased one of the fans stuck up for me and said, oh, look, he's just talking old Australian English.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I love it. It's so much fun.
Oh, it was a blast. It was, wasn't it?
Yes.
I mean, it is, and it is fun. It is fun. And if you don't have fun, well, you're a dickhead.
Yes. That's a T-shirt right there. You could put that on a T-shirt and sell it. We need to get just like a cartoon of your face with just the beard, like sort of a silhouette, and underneath it just says, if you aren't having fun, you're a dickhead. Tarzan, Australian Survivor.
Yeah, go on. You should print it. I'll sign it for you.
We'll share the profits. There you go. We'll try and make more than $500,000, and then that way it kind of it's a win-win, isn't it?
We could always donate the money.
Well, of course, exactly, absolutely. That is a very good idea. I've literally typed in greatest romantic movies of all time and come up with pictures. We've got When Harry Met Sally, I've never seen it, whatever, Pretty Woman, Sleepless in Seattle, Titanic, number 4. Fuck you and your stupid Santa Claus shit.
That doesn't mean it's not a terrible movie, Ben.
Okay, Colin.
I wasted 5.5 hours of my life on that movie, and you won't stop talking about it. Just let's move back.
We're gonna be.
Or not Titanic. We're gonna be fuzz. I got Titanic on the brain. It's too late at night to be doing this. Okay.
Jesus, I've never heard Colin go off like this before.
Elizabeth Mitchell. Back.
Wow.
Down.
I'm scared all of a sudden. It's like the Canadian Hulk. What are you doing, Eddie? Can we also point out, in 2017, the age of political correctness and acceptance and everything else along those lines, in a day and age where we're accepting and of gender-neutral people, of everything along these lines, why is it automatically assumed that stick figure is a man? Let's back up. We can probably understand why it might be perceived as a man, as we're constantly seeing the unconscious bias that is in society. That person could easily be a female in pants. A t-shirt, short-haired, naked as well. In what way does that automatically?
And how do we know what's up that dress?
Well, look,
we don't.
I did see somebody during the week point out that, hey, Scottish people are happy because I come across now with my kilt.
Good on them.
I just feel that, like, this, if you're going to change it like this, adopt the American model, which legitimately does not have pictures of people. It's generally just a picture of a hand or signs that say walk, don't walk.
We do have, like, in Tasmania, we've got multiples of all of them because we've got, like, the figures, and we've got walk, and, like, stop, and we've got hand, and which is weird. We have all 3 of them.
Well, Tasmanians are confusing people. Both of our heads need to be, observing things. But I mean, this is just, is this not political correctness gone mad?
It is a bit of political correctness gone mad.
And again, the amount of money, like, I know plenty of feminists, and I applaud them. They're fantastic. They're fighting for equal rights. It's what they should do. But not once have I ever heard a feminist, when they're arguing for equal rights, say, one of the things that I am so against that must be changed in society is those sexist traffic lights.
Yep. I hear it all the time.
Just stop.
Yeah.
There is moments in life where you just want to say, stop.
Yeah.
Just, I'm out. I'm done.
In a second, it's going to be like, oh, the traffic lights are all boys' colours.
Yeah. Red is a like, and the one I perfectly saw also during the week is children's crossings. There's a picture of a stick figure with a dress with children crossing the road. As somebody pointed out, where's the male version of that then? Men can also take their kids to school.
What other traffic signs are men on? Nothing.
Road work. There's like a picture of a man digging the thing. Why isn't there a
Women
dress?
can be tradies.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's sexist. Think what else? There's plenty out there. Kangaroos. The sign warning that there's kangaroos ahead. There's no kangaroos with dresses on.
No.
Why are they only men kangaroos?
Yep.
Where are the female kangaroos?
Exactly.
You know?
Yep.
That's a
I
perfect
agree.
one. The little road that curves, like, you know, warning slippery conditions. Why isn't there a dress on that road?
Okay,
it
that's
could be
a
a
bit
female road. No, well, we're being logical here. It's unconscious bias, Dakota. I automatically assume that road's a male.
I don't even think, like, the Melbourne committee for Melbourne. I don't know.
I love Melbourne. Melbourne is
Melbourne did
great.
something.
Melbourne is fantastic.
Yeah.
But Melbourne, no, fail. Fail and fail.
Yeah.
All right? And I love the fact that they've gone and gotten a photo of three girls standing underneath a traffic light of a stick figure, which they've also written in brackets, digitally altered. So I can imagine that the Herald Sun photographer here, Jason Edwards is his name. Jason's like, hey, you know, this is your assignment. You've got to go out and get a picture of three girls standing under a traffic light, smiling, because they're happy that finally, after years of oppression, they can finally cross the roads.
Yes.
I honestly think that, for the most part, they've probably, like, interviewed, say, 20 people on the street.
Yeah.
18 of them have gone, really? And they've found 2 women who have been like, yeah, finally, equal rights.
Now it's like, oh, my team want. You got skinheads going for West Ham.
I think Gabriel goes to West Ham right there. He sounds like he was about to throw something.
That's because I almost took him off my lap. He will not
He nearly dropped your child.
No, I want him off my lap, but
Get off my lap! Get on the floor!
I ain't Santa. Stop touching the computer.
You are literally moments away from putting him in the bin. Get in there!
No, I've changed his nappy that many times that there's been once where I've been tempted.
This is probably the funniest interview I've ever done.
Every time we have a chat, we've got this thing going where I say something politically incorrect and you run with it. That's how it works.
But now we've got the vocal minority out there having a whinge, as voiced by your child.
Here's a funny thing: I'm giving him the butt of a gun to chew on. How's that sound? And I'll take a photo of it.
He's not happy about that gun. I didn't want this one, Daddy. I want an AK-47.
Can't forget the one other line in the movie where they're saying what the audience should be saying. It's like, will someone please tell me what planet I'm on?
And scene.
Yeah.
Face off. Planet you're on. The bees!
Not the bees! There's another part of the Wicker Man. It's like an underrated moment, but Nicolas Cage is, I don't know if his face is stung or something. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I wanted to say that when his face was actually off, when you just had like the under part of his face. Oh my god! Oh my god! What they do to my face?
We need to like restart this episode and just do it all in cageisms.
Another one, of course. You can't forget it's the wrong movie, but put the bunny back in the box.
I told you to put the bunny back in the box. My stomach hurts.
Oh my god, put the bunny back in the box.
A, B, C, D. Oh my god. I'm Castor Troy.
I'm Castor Troy. Woo!
Oh my god.
Just because we've had so much fun, let's stop before we get the boat in the fight here. So, have at it.
The boat! Not the boat! The boat! Oh, where do we even start?
Funeral.
The funeral. Why wouldn't we be laughing at the funeral?
Face off won by the Icebreakers. Davis, can he get his hat trick? He's waiting. He's got Cockrell just hovering around. It's actually Turner, I should say. Polari, back to Davis. Davis well covered off there by the Barons. He goes, Polari scores! We're back to one! Mika Polari! Wow! We are back to within one. Polari with his second of the match and the second of the period. We'll be back to 3-on-3.
This is going to be.
Or maybe we're not back onto 3-on-3. Are we not? No, we are back onto 3-on-3. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 2 minutes 39 to play in this game, and it's all still to play for. It's one goal separating it. A lull goes over the stadium. Everybody gets excited. But we do have 159 seconds of hockey to play right now, with one goal separating these two teams. Scotty Reid, the Red Barons all of a sudden might not be able to take all those risks that they wanted to. They've got to fight down a hungry Icebreakers side. Turner can't quite hold on to it. Hargraves with the puck. Now, what stage are the Icebreakers thinking we might pull our goalie and give ourselves an extra player? Just keep an eye on Luke McDiarmid and that whistle when he might find himself off on the bench. We have 2:10 to play. Hargraves. And it's icing Polari with it. And we will have face-off. Now, they've got to make a call at some point here, Dakota. 2 minutes on the clock. At some point, they're going to call this to say, Luke, you come on the bench and you have a bit of a breather. Obviously, it's a bit different in our league here where the rink is so short, 3-on-3, so open net goals are a lot more easier to score, and you've got to be very much on your defensive footwork. We've got 1:48 to play. Chance now for the Red Barons to really probably seal it. Reid, back to Molly Facer. Can't quite get a Facer! Oh, nearly just over the top. 1:38. Here's Christine Cockrell. She's only got Tobias Skills to beat. She flicks it out to Polario. Well done, Scott Reid. Great work there. Can't quite get onto it though. And here goes Leighton Cockrell just over the top of the goals there. Now Skills. 2 players to beat. Can he take them on both? Can't quite. Oh, Christine Cockrell deflects it down. Players going down everywhere. We're nearly into the final minutes. Scotty Reid with the puck. Flicks it back. Turns it over. Polari. Polari can be the hero here. Polari! Oh, I thought that went in just wide. 1:08 to play. Now, the Red Barons. They want to just hold on to this. Surely Luke McDiarmid is going to have to be called here. 1 minute to go. And we have an icing call. Oh, my goodness. Luke is getting antsy. He wants to come off the ice. I don't know how this is going to go, Dakota.
Telling Luke to get ready.
Get ready, Luke. Get ready. Here we go. Here goes Tobias Skills. What can he do with it? He's just going to hold it up. They just need to waste the time here, the Red Barons. They need to hold on to it. Skills. This is doing exactly what he needs to do. Just maintain possession. Maver trying to fight his way through it. Davis is there in the corner. Skills wasting a good 10 seconds off the clock there for the Red Barons. Reid is going to pounce onto it in the corner. Scotty Reid has the puck. Fights it with Maver. This is the brilliant work here by the Red Barons to waste time. 30 seconds on the clock. They're not allowing any opportunity here for the Icebreakers to get the extra player on the ice. 24 seconds. The Red Barons wasting every second of the clock that they possibly can do here. They're not giving any opportunity. Bang! Down goes Whitaker. That will allow McDiarmid to come off, and with 15 seconds on the clock, empty net. 4-on-3. Face off.
What if?
To the right-hand side of the Barons net.
What if?
We've seen Cockrell do this before. 15 seconds. Face off. Draw one by the Barons. They're just going to lob it up. Oh, pushed out of it though is Davis, just in front of the net. 3 seconds off the clock. We've got 12 seconds remaining in the grand final. The Red Barons are 7-6 up. They were 7-4 up. The Icebreakers have scored the final 2 goals. 12 seconds remaining. Cockrell has Davis. He's got Polari. He's got Maver. Can he get any of them to find the puck in the net? 12 seconds.
They're just... Red Barons, I think, are deliberately biding their time here. Just using a few tactics here to get a few moments between their players. I think they're going for a stick change here, are they? No, they're calling for some paper towel. No, I think there's a bit of blood going on. Scott Reed has a bit of a wound above the eye, I can see there. So they've called for the emergency first aid paper towel. And just check out here in the middle of the ice. Leighton Cockrell directing his soldiers right now with 12 seconds on the clock. Can they find this miracle goal, Dakota?
They may just.
Send us into overtime.
If they do, oh my god, that'd be incredible.
Wow. We wanted a close one. This is as close as you can get. And they're still there in the centre talking it up. The 4 players out there at the moment. We have Leighton Cockrell, Rob Maver, Turner and Davis. McDiarmid on the bench. Here we go. 12.1 on the clock. Empty net at one end. Stringer in the other. Rob Pike ready to drop this puck. Leighton Cockrell versus Tobias Skills. Face off. One there by the Barons. All their players are being brought down. We've got 8 seconds on the clock. The Icebreakers can't quite get to it. There's an opportunity. Davis can't do it. Oh, it's through the legs. No, it's not. It's a save. And we have 2.1 seconds. Davis, nearly the hero. One more opportunity. The Icebreakers need everything clean to happen here with 2.1 seconds. Otherwise, the Barons are champions. Face off. Quick flick back. They're going to win it. The Red Barons are going to win the grand final. It's all done. Wow. What a match. The Red Barons break the drought. They are the 2017 Van Diemen's League champions for the first time since 2010. What an enthralling game of hockey. With these 4 options, you can either kiss, slap, hug, or run away. And can I just warn you, remember, if you say you will slap a woman, Rob has a podcast, we'll do an emergency episode. So just be careful.
I was just going to say, I'm not going to say that now. The hell? Oh, there's going to be an emergency podcast of women talking about the misogynistic questions on the Australian network. I mean, the Oz network. I'm like, go fuck yourself. Jesus.
So just pointing that out for you, Sasha, listening. Dan will not be slapping any women because Robbie's a busy man. He doesn't need to do another emergency episode.
I would probably kiss her because I think she'll slap me. Yeah, I'd go that road.
Yeah, okay. We'll do the opposite. We'll hold an emergency podcast for the slapping of the men just to balance it out. 2017.
No, no one cares about that. It's all right.
No one cares about us either.
That's the rule. Yeah. Oh, absolutely spank. Does that count? Can I say that?
Yeah. Well, look, the slap can be moved downwards onto a rear end, which allows for appropriate slapping of a female. Does that's not a sentence I shouldn't say.
No,
you know what I mean. Yeah. I said that, not Dan. I said that. Don't blame Dan.
Doesn't matter. It's still going to be my fault.
Put down the podcast plan, Rob. No emergency podcast needed. It's all good. I said it.
Step away from the emergency podcast button, Rob.
All right.
Relax, okay?
Calm down. Oh, well, that doesn't get talked about, does it? Only Ben failing the dangly challenge. Let's forget about our teammate who fucked up the fire challenge.
Listen, she's a woman. You're not allowed to say that now, okay?
Sorry, Rob. Put the button down. Emergency podcast. No.
We're going to have an emergency podcast.
Stop it, Rob.
No. Here it comes.
Stop it, Rob. Put down the emergency button. It's fine. It's all good.
Put down the bat phone, okay? Do not call the women's brigade. Dear Lord. When you put forth impossible decisions, I'm going to go with spanking. So that's it.
Let's be honest. That's the answer she was hoping for. She was like, "Come on, spanking."
I apologize, Lisa. Rob, don't have an emergency podcast.
Put it down, Rob.
Sorry.
Put it down.
Put the button down, Rob.
The button down, Rob. One thing I'll say is that
Rob doesn't know we exist anymore. It's fine. But now on to Granny Survivor, otherwise known as Gran to me. Questions for this week, which she wrote down for me to send. Oh, well, at least she's not that sick. Hello, dears. I've fallen ill and unable to send in my weekly questions myself. I hope my dear granddaughter sent this in. Otherwise, I'm going to choke her.
That's it. Emergency podcast. Protesting grannies everywhere.
Dear Rob Sestonino, you need to have an emergency podcast. Granny is choking her granddaughter.
Grannies. Against violence against granddaughters. Oh, the horror of it all.
Whoever this person is sending you this, you are the greatest. Oh my lord! Now,
oh shit, that's funny. Oh god!
It's the only time that sentence has ever been uttered on a podcast of ours, and it's not even due to anything to do with you or me or the guests, the listeners.
That's a good quote. That is
females
a good
only.
quote.
Females only. If it's a male, you will create an emergency podcast.
Not allowed to. Not allowed to. That's right. There'll be emergency podcasts everywhere.
Yes, we'll do one for the sake of it. Richard, thank you.
Fucking emergency podcast.
Can we do just you
Richard,
and I do an emergency podcast? We are at the end here, Dan, but thank you so much. Always a pleasure, mate, and best of luck with everything moving forward. And we're going to get you back on again, whether it's for the Ferris Bueller one or an emergency episode or just whatever we feel like.
Oh, no, not an emergency podcast. Oh, put down the button.
Look, I think it'd probably be... I think Joe Cornish.
Oh, wow. That would... we could set up a celebrity boxing match there. I think that would work out
She
well.
can hit me in the face anytime.
Well, can I just quickly say, to close this out, one person that I would like to see you punch in the face, that is somebody who had a bit of running recently, Tony Cochran, our dear friend CEO of the Gold Coast.
Yeah.
We have a long-running thing after all that happened the other week here, Will, that we're just basically calling him a douche. So,
Yep.
I mean, look, I'm not going to put
Join
you on
the
the spot.
club.
Well, you can, if you please call him a douche. You want to join
have, basically, yeah.
Can you utter the phrase for me, Tony Cochran is a douche?
Tony Cochran is a douche.
Thank you. Premier seal of approval. Will Hodgman, done and dusted.
So I need to call you back once I get to Woolworths, or do I just take you with me now? I mean, what do I do there?
If you are able to stay online with me, that's not an issue. You can stay online with me. And once you reach the parking lot of Woolworths, you can let me know.
Okay, sure. I'll stay on the line. Just give me a second.
Okay.
All right, I'm at Woolworths, so what do I do now?
You are at Woolworths?
Absolutely. I'm already here. I'm a quick driver.
Oh, like, for real?
I'm 100% real, mate. Why would I lie about that? Wow. So apparently you've got to go to Woolworths, and apparently they don't believe you that you can go to Woolworths in about 5 seconds. So I essentially tried calling back for the next 15, 20 minutes, but kind of gave up because I think they kind of cottoned on to me a little bit there that I was not exactly believing their story and probably blocking these numbers too. So there you go, folks. If you're at home and you want to play along with that, that's kind of how you can handle it. And I will give you the number too if you want to ring them up and troll them yourself. The number that you can call them on is 02617 60881. That is 02617 60881. So give them a call, have some fun with them. That's how you can have a bit of fun with one of the telemarketer scammers.
Again, there are a lot of things that aren't said in this movie, but you can theorize.
Hang on.
Wait, Dean Cain's on the phone. Dean, can you hear me?
Hello. Hello.
I'm recording a podcast right now.
Hello.
You're wasting all recording.
Hi, this is Brad, and I'm calling you from the IT Service Center of Windows. Service checkup call for your computer, alright?
Oh, okay.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Ask him what was the last thing he saw Dean Cain in.
We are receiving some error and warning reports from your computer license ID number. And after analyzing this all report, we came to know that your computer is automatically download a huge number of infection files from the internet,
Holy shit.
damaging your software of your computer.
Wow.
That's why I'm calling you up.
Did Dean Cain set you up for this? Oh, he did. He hung up on me. Fucking Dean Cain. Well.
He just won't leave you alone.
I'm just recording a podcast and I asked him a simple question about Dean Cain and he hangs up on me. I mean...
Oh, that's making the best of it the end of the year.
Any professional podcast would have edited that out,
but it's topical.
I'm worried now. Windows are calling me, telling me I've got all malicious files. Dean Cain sent me and he hangs up at me. What the hell, Windows? Sounded like a legitimate call. Anyway.
No,
what are we talking about here? Man of Steel. All right. Great.
You know what? I have to say the one where we slid down the slide.
Mm-hmm.
It was just so much fun. I remember when we saw the slide, we were like, oh my God, we were actually so excited. It didn't really feel, even though it was pretty full-on challenge, just by looking at it, we're like, oh my God, we get to go down a big slide. And then we got to throw like rings at the end, which was really fun. So I really enjoyed that. And also Sam did like a shit in the water, which was like 2 meters long. So that was pretty funny too. And we were all trying to swim away from it. We were all trapped in the water and trying to swim away from his poo.
I wasn't expecting that as an answer.
That did happen.
There's a deleted scene we need to see. Wow. Thanks, Miranda.
Sorry, Sam.
Wow, Sam. That's incredible. They often say that our episodes turn to shit, Flick, and I think it just kind of did just then. She's gorgeous. She looks the part. I mean, you know, I'm not old enough to know, you know, what's her name? Diane. No, Linda Spencer. Sorry.
Diane.
I, you know, wasn't old enough to kind of see that, but was Linda Spencer.
Wait, who did you say?
I don't know. Who? What was the? Fuck! I've got a name.
Carter.
Carter. Linda Spencer.
Yeah. Survivor Africa.
Yeah.
She's a Wonder Woman, right? You know, when this episode goes out, we totally have to tweet how much we love Linda Spencer as the original.
I just want to be part of Wonder Woman. The resemblance is striking.
Kenny.
Oh my God. Who is it that says, oh, you're off playing Daniel Boone? Who says it? That's
Sawyer.
Like, we get a couple of Boone references. Like, this isn't the Boone.
That's not his first Daniel Boone.
No.
I feel like Sawyer's getting a bit stale now.
Who is Daniel Boone? Like, am I dumb not to know that?
He's like an explorer type dude with that big, like the Jebediah Springfield hat.
Oh, so like Napoleon or something.
Well,
I don't know. I don't know my explorers. I thought Daniel Boone was like a British soap opera.
Is Napoleon an explorer? I thought he was like a general.
Well, I don't fucking know. He's French. He probably ran away and surrendered. I don't know anything about him.
He's an explorer. Oh, like Napoleon.
Daniel Boone.
I mean, he might be. I don't really know my history with Napoleon.
Daniel Boone was an American pioneer, explorer, woodsman, and frontiersman. Okay. All right. And who's Napoleon? Napoleon was a French statesman and military leader who rose to prominence during the French Revolution.
All right, if someone's listening, I want someone to get that soundbite. Oh, he's an explorer. Oh, so he's like Napoleon.
Can I just like say this sentence because there's something wrong about this sentence? Led the French Revolution to successful campaigns during the French Revolution. Was that because you were fighting your own French people? Like, France doesn't conquer anyone. You do the opposite. And he was only like 20 when he died. Oh no, hang on. What? Maybe he wasn't.
Ben does history. He's an explorer and he was 20 when he was died. Oh, wait. Oh, hang on.
No, it doesn't make sense because in one thing here it says he was born in 1808 and died in 1821, which makes him 13.
But then on like another thing here, it says he was born in 1769 and died in 1821.
You're missing an obvious point here. One of them is Earth years, and one of these is the scholars on Pluto, obviously.
French years. Who's another explorer? Who's that guy that Colin Farrell played? Alexander the Great. That guy.
Bit of a difference.
That's the one I'm thinking of, not Napoleon.
I went to his home.
You don't think he's home? What? He's dead, isn't he?
Oh God, I wish I did say that. That's my go-to when someone mentions someone's name. I'm just going to confuse everyone now. Whenever someone brings up, oh, that's like that actor, Samuel L. Jackson. Don't think he's home. People are just like, what?
No, but like
I said I went to his home.
Oh, you went to Alexander's home. Was he home?
No, I don't think he's home. That's just going to be my catchphrase. Like, we're just sitting around, we're getting beers, and like, oh, do you remember Jim? I don't think he's home. Everyone just looks at you like, what? That's going to be my new thing.
But like, okay, so he's like Alexander the Great. Like, I mean, I want a nickname after that. Like, you know, what was that?
You have one. It's just we don't tell you what it is.
Conan the Barbarian and like, you know, Noah the Snug.
The difference is, Ben, Alexander the Great was real. Conan. Oh yeah, the history books. I've been reading my history. Napoleon, Alexander the Great, Conan the Barbarian. I've really been reading up on my history. He's a fictional character played by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I didn't do...
Ben does history.
I did geography, not history. I don't know shit about stuff that happened.
You do have Ben, we just don't tell you what yours is.
Ben the Knob. But, like, you know... Where do we...
The arse.
But Daniel Boone is Alexander the Great. Like, they're kind of the same person.
What are you saying?
I don't know!
Daniel Boone is Alexander the Great?
I don't know who these people are! You could like right now say to me, oh, when I went to Bulgaria, I learnt this story about Jenny the Pioneer. She was amazing. And I'm like, oh yeah, Jenny the Pioneer. Yeah, I know about her.
Oh God, I want to do history classes with Daniel Boone is Alexander the Great, and Conan the Barbarian explored all of Eastern Europe.
You know the sad thing, the really sad thing is that we are probably within a decade of losing our first James Bond because, you know, it's going to be Sean, it's going to be Roger, you would assume. And that's just, it's going to be a sad day. What are we going to do, Colin? I mean, by the time we're recording this and we're us releasing this, if one of them's died, again, we haven't killed them. But, yeah, I mean, look, between recording this and recording our last commentary, obviously Chris Cornell's died. So he became the first Bond singer, I guess with the exception of Louis Armstrong, to have obviously passed away.
Matt Monroe dead?
Well, okay, but I guess the most recent Bond singer to have died. So, I mean, yeah, like, we don't want to think about it because it's going to be a sad day, but yeah.
Well, I mean, as we discovered in the last podcast, J.W. Pepper.
What?
That was big news.
Next you'll be telling me Desmond Llewellyn is dead.
You're the one who invited me on your show. This is going to be a thing. Okay, here we go. All right. Okay.
I told you I could find some juicy bits.
Exactly, because you fucking read the shit before.
Do you know how intoxicating you smell, Miss Steele? He murmurs, and keeping his eyes on mine, he pushes his nose into my pubic hair and inhales. What?
No, what? Let me see this shit.
No, you don't believe that.
No.
It says that. Into my pubic hair and inhales. What the hell is that? That's sexy?
I flush scarlet everywhere, feeling faint, and instantly close my eyes. I can't watch him do that.
Oh, no.
He blows gently up the length of my sex.
Of my sex?
Fuck.
Of my sex.
I don't know what that means.
It's called a cunt, lady. Like, that's what they're called.
I like this. He gently tugs at my pubic hair. Perhaps we'll keep this. Oh, please, I beg. I like it when you beg me, Anastasia. Anastasia.
Don't get too French on me.
I thought that was more Russian. But maybe not.
Oh, true. Right. Yep. Okay. I'll go there.
Tit for tat.
You didn't say
is
I
not-
groan.
Whatever. I like the tit for tat.
I like I groan.
Tit for tat is not my
Tit for
usual. Tit for teat.
It's a New Zealand version. Tit for tit or big on his dick. 50 Shades of Grey.
Oh, God. This is...
Terrible.
I mean, really, Twilight?
No, it's just
How's
ruined it for
this?
you.
I am panting and vaguely hear the rip of foil.
I want you to read this line here for me right now.
Oh, baby. You would. I love that you are so wet for me.
Thank you. I get excited when I podcast.
He moves his fingers in a wide circle, stretching me,
Mm.
pulling at me, his tongue mirroring his actions, around and around. All right.
Okay, I think we've probably read enough, do you think? Oh, hang on. Let's read this line right at the end here.
Shit, it's my mother!
Wow, that escalated. That's a twist. So what, is he fucking his mother, or did his mother walk in? What's the twist here?
It looks like maybe Mom's walked in.
Oh, that bitch. She always does that. When she's pulling at my pubic hair.
Yeah, he's probably watching her son pull at somebody else's pubic hair, and that's
Poo.
just...
Right, so that's 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of bullshit.
50 Shades of Yawn. Chip to tin. And they've made how many movies of this crap? This is a review of Kaff's Restaurant and Cafe Bar in Canberra. It reads, Last visit. I just had the worst dinner ever at a restaurant I've been going to for over 30 years. She must live in Australia because she must live in Canberra. She said she's been going to this restaurant for over 30 years.
Sorry, Cam.
I think the parents of this family iconic restaurant have retired and the menu has changed considerably. I ordered the special because my pepper fillet steak is no longer on the menu. Oh, poor Mary. Atlantic salmon, asparagus, and hollandaise and mashed potatoes. That is pretty basic, is it? But Kaff's chef gave it a new twist that failed miserably. See pictures. It was stacked and topped with packet hollandaise. Gross. Mashed potato on the bottom, then barely blanched, uncooked asparagus pieces, then salmon covered with thick packet hollandaise. Get over the hollandaise, Mary. When paying the bill, I was asked, how was it? I replied, disgusting. I don't eat packet hollandaise. Bar attendant replied, you're kidding. I said, no. He said, have a good night. Amazingly bad customer service. He just said, have a good night. That is not bad customer service. You're a bad customer. She replies, Timmy's kitchen around the corner, thank goodness, hasn't changed. Well, good.
At least Timmy's kitchen stayed the same.
Oh, my God. Oh, hang on. Have you got one more? Or?
No, I'm out.
Oh, hang on. I've got one here with a reply from the restaurant. Oh. All right. Quarterdeck in Narooma. Riverside Drive, Narooma in New South Wales. All right. 1 star. I won't be back. My feelings were hurt when I heard...
Good.
I can't read this. When, at quite a distance, the waitress at the coffee machine mimicking my order before I was even asked by a second waitress. I was oh God, she doesn't like this. I don't think she'll come on the show. I was made a subject of fun because I always order the same breakfast. That was so mean. Too touchy? I am today. And then there's a response. So this is the owner of the Quarterdeck in Narooma. Yes, Mary. Where to start?
Oh, I love it already.
Oh, my God. Mary, I don't normally respond to reviews, but this time I must, as to leap to the defense of my wonderful staff. Firstly, Mary, I love when he keeps using the name. You know, shit's real when you keep using a person's name in a sentence. The waitress in the distance was the other owner, my wife, Robin. Oh, there's Robin.
Robin had the mimic.
Explaining to a younger waitstaff your particular order. That's all.
As you never order off the menu and have very exact requirements. Oh, of course she does. Oh,
I love it.
Is that hollandaise in a packet? I won't eat it.
I love it when they fight back against Mary.
For every item on the dish and in the past, we have failed with the wrong toast or not toasted enough. Oh, Dick Owner here. I love this guy or girl. I love this person. I'm just going to read that again. This is literally what it says. As you never order off the menu and have very exact requirements for every time, every item on the dish. What? Every item on the dish, and in the past we have failed with the wrong toast, or not toasted enough, or egg too runny, or something with the bacon, or 3/4 coffee too high or too low, and on it goes. Brilliant.
This is great.
We have many people that eat here and do not order off the menu like you, but the difference is they are all grateful and a pleasure to look after. Hang on, it gets better. It gets better. You not so much, as the young ones find you rude. Thank you for your review. Thank you for not coming back. Drop mic.
Wow. When they fight back against Mary.
I love the owner of the... We need to, like, ring up the Quarterdeck in Naruma and just be like, do you remember Mary? Oh, Mary.
That's perfect. She's got a reputation.
Oh, she does. And I also just love random Bosco moments. Like, we had it in Journey to the Himalayas, didn't we? Where he's, like, talking about... Darvel? Hello?
Shoot.
You there?
Are you there?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I am.
Ben?
Man, hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I just lost focus for a second.
It's all good.
Man.
It's fine. You want me to continue?
Yeah. I drank a lot of coffee this morning, my time, and that had me kind of cranked up for a while.
Right. Okay. It's fine. We can continue if you want.
So Kenny Baddest and his crew of North Pole hipsters have to try to abbreviate the North Pole to NOPO. Seriously, Kenny Baddest? Like, let's just blame him for everything wrong with this movie and the next two.
Let's blame him for everything wrong in the world. Just like...
In the world, yeah. You know what? You know who we have to thank for Hitler? It's Kenny Baddest, okay? So now you know who to blame.
Kenny Baddest. Like, just he
Kenny
started
Baddest,
it.
yeah.
Yep. You know,
Donald Trump, Kenny Baddest.
Dirty Dancing, Kenny Baddest. It was all him.
Star Wars The Last Jedi, Kenny Baddest's fault, okay?
I was about to say that. Like, Leia floating in space, Kenny Baddest, dumb.
Like, can we just say little kids using the Force to grab their broom and sweep the floor as the final shot? Kenny Baddest's fault, okay?
Stupid horse Harry Potter looking things, Kenny Baddest.
We hope everybody's seen the movie at this point.
Yeah, did we not say at the beginning of this episode that we hadn't seen Star Wars yet? It's been a long episode, people. We took a break, went and saw it, and came back and recorded the rest. So that's how it goes.
As we end this episode, and we've gone from Ben at the beginning saying, I've never seen the sequels, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, you know, when we get to part 3, I got some real complaints.
Wow. They've reversed it, Ben. They've reversed it, as in they've reversed the lead. There's a changed lead. They've reversed it.
You might call it a reverse Kanga.
Oh, thank you for taking my punchline, Ben.
Sorry.
I should job you for that. Thanks for that.
I was expecting you to say it, but you didn't. So I apologise, Sam. Would you like me to pretend I never said that and you can go for it again?
No, you've upset me now, Ben. No, I don't want any part of it. And hey, you know, in the past where we've seen games of North Melbourne on television, down here in Hobart, and that guy with the massive afro.
Yeah.
Well, I've just seen him, Ben. He's right down there. Can you see him?
Where am I looking here, Sam? Yes, I do actually. Yes, wow, it's Sideshow Bob.
I know. That is impressive. He'll be on the highlights tonight, no doubt. Yeah. I think he's got number 60 on his...
Hang on, Jeffrey Garlett might kick a goal here. This will be on the highlights. We guess no, he's lost it. All right, never mind. North Melbourne, Cooter just kicked it out in the forward deliberate. No, he didn't. Never mind. Oh, gee, that was a hit and a half. Yeah, that afro, that is a hairstyle.
It sure is. He'd need a very big hat to get that under wraps.
I couldn't imagine what the hair is like in other parts of his body if that's what it's like in his head. It's probably another story. Sam, always a pleasure. Apologies for stealing your punchline. But, go D's. Yeah.
That upsets me, man. I'll take that personally, that punchline thing.
Well, you should punch me in the line or something. I don't know. That was a bad pun. So this is why I steal yours, because I can't come up with original ones of my own. So
yes, well, no, I must say I no longer wish to engage with you any further.
Perfect Korean accent there, Josh. Arnie. Sorry, I was.
Thank you, Chris Tucker.
I was just looking at a picture of Josh. It's next to my desk here. I have very fond memories of him.
As long as there's no tissues after it, you'll be fine.
They're in the bin. Don't worry. But yeah, your impersonation of that is much better than Josh could do of Arnie. I mean, I don't think Josh could ever do an Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Do you feel as though that the situation would be over though with you in control? Because I think you would just do what you did.
North Korea. It would just be Korea.
So you would make them make up and basically be buddies again.
There would be no North Korea.
Would there be Korea at all? Would you just like get rid of the entire peninsula off the map?
It would be turned from a peninsula to an insula.
What exactly is an insula, sir?
That's what she said.
Great explanation. Are you sad that you can't be president? I mean, you can never be president because you sadly weren't born in the US.
I could be Chancellor of Austria.
Well, I mean, as long as you don't be an Austrian who goes to be Chancellor of Germany, that doesn't usually turn out well.
I can drive a tank. Trump can't drive a car.
Okay, that's so.
Yes.
So, what as Chancellor of Austria, then, what do you think you could bring change to the world? How would you use the power, the very high power that is the Austrian chancellorship?
I would unite all of Europe under one flag.
And what?
Red is my favorite color.
So it would just be the Austrian flag. It would just be the United States of Europe / Austria.
And we will have a final solution against North Korea.
I'm glad. Actually, just on you're obviously you're a proud Austrian, aren't you, Arnie? Like we don't talk.
Yes.
Could you sing the Austrian national anthem for us right now? I don't think I've ever heard you sing it before. I mean, just as a proud Austrian, Arnie, I think it might be a good idea to do it. Don't you? No,
we are family. All the Austrians and me.
Isn't it in German, Arnie? I thought they would sing it in German.
Deutschland, über alles.
You really are. It shouldn't be like Österreich, das ist Österreich.
Ben's gonna die. Ben's gonna die.
Now, have you made any new movies lately? You're talking about Stallone, but I mean, in all seriousness, I mean, you're due for another Terminator movie, aren't you?
I have signed up for a Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
And we did a movie. Probably not.
Please don't have Jai Courtney in it. I blame Jai Courtney.
Amelia Clark.
Well, okay.
She's worth lifting.
Is she your sheep of the week? I don't know what that means, but can you sing the Austrian national anthem for us again, Arnie?
We are family.
I feel like putting my hand on my heart and standing up. So Terminator, you don't know what else you're doing. I mean, I can pull up your IMDb page if you need some reminder. You are getting on a bit, Arnie, so maybe your age is affecting your brain, is it? Or
I believe so.
Yeah. Do you want to weigh in on anything else while I pull this up to help you out a little bit? You can get your official website going on here, Arnie. That probably, I mean, you're 70 now. Can I just say happy recent birthday? Your birthday was about 3 weeks ago.
Thank you so much.
How does it feel being 70? It's a very weak burp for a man of your stature, Arnold. I thought it was more like burp.
I focus on the muscles on the outside, not the inside.
Good response. You're on the ball today. I really can't find your filmography. This is taking longer than you think it would.
That's what she said.
You think if I just click on this button, this might find it? Here we go. Okay.
That's what she said.
I'm a bit worried for you at the moment, sir. You are... Oh, of course, the new Twins movie's coming out. Triplets. Are you looking forward to that? That sounds exciting.
That's with Chris Rock. It's a black twin.
It's actually with Eddie Murphy, the other black actor in Hollywood. You were close.
They all look alike.
Don't say that, Arnie. Come on. I think you've lost the plot. Sing the Austrian national anthem again.
Stuff you.
You look very angry right now. Shall we end this, Arnie?
You better end it or I'll end you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Out of all those 40 bathrooms, how many have you taken a dump in and tweeted at the same time?
Possibly 10.
Just only 10, so you got 30 to go.
The rest are all used by the staff.
All right, okay then. And now, with these staff, how many of them are females?
99% of them.
And is that so that you can sexually assault them, or what is the go there, Mr. President?
There's a fine line between
that stuff. Okay, right.
Their legs.
Wow, well, did you really just say that, Mr. President? I'm glad you're finding it funny. Our listeners are very bemused with this. Now,
that's my laugh, apparently.
Keep it together, Mr. President. You're doing so well with this. You play golf a lot. Has your game at least improved? All those hard days as president out there on the greens.
The golf course I own down in Florida is
which one?
The big one.
Florida. I mean, you know.
And I tell you now, I've taken the Prime Minister of China. I have taken many people there, and they seem to like it.
You haven't taken me there, sir. Do I get an invitation?
I tell you now, Ben, when you decide to come and visit me in Trump Tower next week, I will take you to golf, only if you can show me what you got.
What I got in terms of, what do you mean?
I want you to sing the national anthem of the United States of America now.
Like right now? Like
right now.
As in right now? I can do that. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail? And the stripes and something else. That's pretty good, I think. Like, I bet you couldn't sing the Austrian national anthem.
You would be allowed, just because you were able to do that, then you would be allowed to come through the wall of Mexico. I tell you now,
I can play it on piano, Mr. President. Does that get me entry into the White House?
I didn't know you even played piano.
You didn't know me that much at all before this phone call, sir. I weren't really aware that you knew much of my background.
So,
and the food,
yeah, I mean,
the lack of food.
And the lack of food, yeah.
No, poo.
Oh, poo. Yeah,
Poo counts.
The poo counts?
The poo counts.
Oh, right.
Yeah. How many days it took somebody to pass a poo? That's what I remember. I don't know, among other things.
What was the record then? Who took the longest?
I'm being all articulate here, Sylvan, and you're just bringing it down, aren't you?
It's gone to shit already.
I mean, I'm
Got to bring it down.
Big.
Well, I
words
think
like
you were the longest,
infancy
weren't you, Deb? Weren't you like 7 days or something?
Without a poo?
Yeah.
I can't remember. I mean, I remember that they were quite small in stature. I remember that much when they did come out. Not much going on with the plumbing, you know. Like
Sounds like repressed memory to me, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Anyway,
people often refer to Kadena as shit, but not quite in that context.
Yeah.
You want to give it a shot first?
I don't have it in front of me. Something like Jess trapeze artist or something, or
Trepanier. Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So Jess Trepanier.
Yes.
Sounds very French.
Yes.
Sorry. French Canadian.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay. So thank you for joining us. First of all, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. An actual French Canadian, Quebecois. Quebecoise.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have to? What's that like at the end?
Because I'm a girl.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Quebecoise instead of Quebecois.
So
Quebecois is guys and girls are Quebecois.
So obviously the French language is very much, you have what, effeminate and masculine.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't we do that in English?
I'm not sure.
It
It makes the French language that much more complicated.
But doesn't it make kind of the French language sexist that you've got to separate the two? Like, I mean, the English language is very accommodating. It doesn't matter whether you're a man or a woman, you know?
Well, in Spanish they have feminine and masculine as well.
They do it in German. I know they do it in German as well.
So what's wrong with the English language?
So
then?
Europeans are just a sexist, but the English are not. So that's why they separated from Brexit, because, you know, their language is not... I'm trying to...
That's exactly why.
Yeah, exactly. It took them all these years to work that out, basically. Like, oh, fuck it. We're, like, just going to go away from these sexist Europeans and do our own thing.
Everybody loves Etta Candy, right? But,
I have a leak.
Yeah.
Candy. The name Candy. All right? Clarify
This is
that.
where Ben objectifies women, and it is not Gal Gadot, it's not Robin Wright, it's Etta Candy.
I'd objectify all of the above, but like Etta Candy. Hang on, and to be fair, I would objectify Chris Pine as well. All right,
Yeah, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, Ben objectifies anybody with a pulse. I'm
not
over the
Jamie.
age of 18. You just said I'm not Jamie.
That's true. I mean, come on. Like, I've listened to like a few of the ones with you. Like, I think I'm bad. Every single time you do a recap, it's like, oh, Patrick Stewart's hot. I'd love to run my hand through his chest hair. Like you are not having sex with your wife enough if she's that horny. Like, come on. Stop recording podcasts and have sex with your wife, Colin.
You just don't know Jamie. She can be like that 24/7. But
okay, that makes sense. Hang on a minute. This is where Colin's scheduling. I've got to work. No, you don't. Jamie's got the day off. Come on, honey. I bought a box of condoms. Let's put on some Barry White and some candles. Let's do this.
I popped on a Keanu Reeves movie. Want to go?
I'm already naked. What are you talking about?
If I can't even count how many times we've recorded an episode, and I'm like, all right, Ben, this is the timestamp. We're gonna put together a montage at the end of the year of every time Jamie mentions somebody shirtless.
Do it. That is that. If we do a best of, we haven't even worked out if we're doing one or not yet. But if we do, I want the section there of just Jamie.
Yeah, and then randomly in the background of episodes, we're like, and Chris Pine when he's in the bath, and she's like, woo, all muffled.
Random sneeze. That's not really her sneezing. That's her something else. He has Crohn's disease, ulcerative colitis, or another digestive disorder. This would explain why he would have spent the entire flight in the bathroom, and why his bathroom trips in the jungle were so lengthy, yet he did not want to discuss it. We have Nathan was simply a jerk with an antisocial personality who had trouble with authority figures and thus resented Anastasia. I like this one here.
Theory?
Yeah.
A theory?
I like this. Oh, hang on. Nathan had a criminal past and was doing something illicit in Australia, such as smuggling drugs or weapons. He was the firecracker smuggler.
Bottle rockets.
People with criminal records and criminal associations are not allowed to enter Australia, a major plot hole in Sawyer's story. Thus, he would have not been travelling under falsified documents. Well, it's not really a plot hole in Sawyer's story. I mean, he's a con man. I mean, he made up the documents. You just retconned yourself there, theory person.
I mean... Yeah.
I love this.
Is that true?
We are strict on criminal records. I don't think it's a flat out you can't come in if you've got a criminal record. I think if you've got some explanation. But I'm
not with a face like Nathan.
Yeah, well, exactly. It is well known that every other reference to Canada or being Canadian in Lost is indicative of deception. It stands to reason that Nathan may not actually be Canadian at all. Of the years, he would be the only true Canadian in the series. Then even down the bottom here.
Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know what other
I
evidence.
guess there aren't really many Canadians in.
I like this one here. He does not sound too Canadian. When first
People are really getting hung up on the Canadian.
When first put in the hole by Anastasia, he yells, "Let me out," several times. There's absolutely no evidence of accent at all! Exclamation mark. Canadians have a very distinctive way of pronouncing the word out. So they should be saying, "Let me oot! Let me oot!"
I feel like you're missing the main Nathan one, the clairvoyant Nathan.
Oh, I was about to read the watch carefully as he looks at Goodwin and Nathan. The looks Goodwin and Nathan give each other throughout the episode. Some of the looks could be interpreted as some sort of familiarity with each other, which over time turns into frustration. No,
is this some like sexual thing?
Oh, I haven't seen the clairvoyant one. What am I doing here?
Yeah, like this is. I mean, all the other ones. He's a jerk. He's Canadian. Yeah, it makes sense. Nathan, during his trips, he was following a vision of some kind.
Oh yeah, I can see that one. Nathan was a drug addict who had his stash on him during the crash.
Poor Nathan.
Leave Nathan alone.
Nathan was not a follower of Jacob, but perhaps a follower of the Man in Black. He was on a company retreat. Oh, I like this one. He was doing something inappropriate in the jungle, not suitable for network television. Nathan was having a wank. He hasn't gotten any, and Anastasia is not putting out.
Well,
oh god, that's the theory. Nathan was pleasuring himself.
This is what happens when Boone dies. We have to make up our own characters with random Pakistani dude, and now we've got Nathan.
I wish Nathan lived longer. I like the unanswered questions about Nathan. Why didn't he defend himself? Why was Nathan not a good person, according to Goodwin? Apart from going to the bathroom, why else was Nathan out in the jungle?
Having a wank.
All those unanswered questions involved. Last words. Which way's the beach?
I need to have another wank.
Which way's the beach? I've been in this prison cell for too long. I'm about to bust here. Nathan has only met Anastasia, Echo, Libby, and Bernard. But he was on the same plane as Jack, Kate, Sawyer, Claire. But he did not speak to any. Well, we don't know that. He may have had a little conversation with Paolo on the plane or something.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, but we were robbed of not having the Nathan flashback. That's disappointing.
Can I just point out that we've eulogized Nathan more than we've eulogized Shannon?
How are we here, and why do I just feel the overwhelming need to just repeatedly apologize to both of these girls? You know, like, this is just so weird. Yeah, anyway.
I have to ask, though, she didn't, like, in real life ask you to, like, have a circumcision, right? I mean, I don't want to get too personal with you, John, but, like, I mean, you didn't go home and, like, Google how to give and have that creepy guy giving you instructions.
No, I didn't, and she didn't.
Okay,
which was awfully nice of her, yeah. Oh, I forgot that's why he did it, of course, because the cheerleading girlfriend, sorry, like I said, it's been so long, man, like things are a little cloudy. So like, yeah, that's right. She wanted it. She didn't like him uncircumcised. So he, you know, by the way, that when I did that was like in the second episode, I think, right? Where he circumcises himself.
It was, yes.
And, yeah, I remember that. That was so bizarre. It was so bizarre, too, because a little behind the scenes on that, the day that we shot that, it was the director of photography, Christopher Baffa's birthday. And so Ryan had this idea of, hey, while you're doing one take of circumcising yourself, beneath the camera, we're going to put a lit birthday cake in your hands. So right as you're about to pass out, I want you to raise the cake with the candles into camera. And I remember it was funny because this footage must exist somewhere, because it's literally the thing, like you hear, you know, I go to cut and then I'm like passing out, and right as I'm about to fall out of frame, I raise this candle this cake full of candles, and I remember internally being kind of pissed because I knew that was the best take. I was like, I fucking nailed it. I was like, they could never use it because I got a goddamn cake in my hands. And yeah.
Wow.
It's a true story.
I'm going to watch that differently now.
My name is Ben, and I hope by the end of this podcast I can clone myself so I can go fuck myself.
I am Colin, and Ben, you're a good woman, I'm a good man.
And my name is Nora, and...
What? Whoa! 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 Whoa!
I'm Nick, and I'm about to teabag my testicles in a hot tub.
My name is Ben, and I put semen on my face every night before I go to bed.
I'm Simpal Colin. Would you like to play with me?
And I'm Noah, and I've been a functioning bulimic since junior high.
My name's Nick, and I think I captured your cum face pretty well.
And my name is Ben, and I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets everywhere. Not like here. Here everything is soft and smooth.
And my name is Colin, and my heart was pounding the whole time. It was the most erotic moment of my life.
My name's Noah, and you might say to me that this podcast could be worse. And I would say, how?
And I'm Nick, and you lubricate acid. If I stuck my dick in you, it would sizzle off.
My name is Ben, and yeah, I urinated in the soap dispenser. Do you want to spank me?
My name is Colin, and I brought you that cookie. That was a real cookie.
Name, Noah. Age, 22. Location, Craphole Island.
I'm Nick, and I need an anal retread.
And my name is Ben, and I may not be much with a mentoplasty, but I can assure you I'm a goddamn expert when it comes to putting a rubber on my dick.
My name is Colin, and I also go for size 5 tampons.
My name is Noah, and my baby has a fever.
And I'm Nick, and are you staring at my dick?
My name is Ben, and I'm way overdue in the sex department.
And my name is Colin, otherwise known as Punky Muffin.
My name is Noah, and did that bird just say my name?
My name's Nick, and I forgive you for not loving me. It's okay, I didn't love you either.
My name is Ben, and holy shit, is that my ass?
And I'm Colin, and oh my lucky stars in Australia!
My name is Noah, and I'm the only Australian who loves peanut butter.
And I'm Nick, and I got my DNA results last week. HIV, chlamydia, gonorrhea, I'm clean.
My name is Ben, and my music, crazy, crazy, crazy.
My name is Colin, and I am a spy!
My name is Noah, and oh look, there's my favourite leaf. How could I forget?
My name's Nick, and you've done playing with my 10-inch stick.
And my name is Ben, and oh, that's incredible. Oh, deeper.
My name is Colin, and I'm a man of many sides. I'm a puzzle. I'm a Rubik's Cube with pants.
My name's Noah, and I've done everything you've wanted me to do, so why don't I get to host an episode for one?
And I'm Nick, and I can hear you crying through the walls at night, so don't you dare scream at me.
My name is Ben, and that must make me God.
My name is Colin, and I put those sexy pictures of myself in your locker.
My name is Noah, and I'm a bloody rock god.
My name's Nick, and I've never had a buddy of mine stick his pinky up my ass for shits and giggles.
My name is Ben, and Noah, am I so different from the little girl in the schoolyard who used to push you in the mud?
My name is Colin, and my star keeps me company and leads me through the night.
My name is Noah, and I was pregnant.
My name's Nick, and 14 hours in this place without a cup of coffee, even Gandhi would become a narcoleptic.
My name is Ben, and I pay you to keep it simple. More ass and less mouth unless it's sucking on me hard.
My name is Colin, and I'm afraid of insects, tall people, and Tasmanians.
And my name is Noah, and I liked you better when you weren't talking.
And I'm Nick, and there's no pro bono for boning a pro.
My name is Ben, and you taste so much better than pepperoni.
My name is Colin. You can call me Webman, call me Amazing, just don't call me late for dinner. Get it?
My name is Noah, and I know what a Charlie horse is.
And I'm Nick, and so if I told you I was born without a penis, that would have made everything okay, right?
And my name is Ben, and this is my laundry, my machine. Back off and eat your sandwich.
My name is Colin. Colin! Why did you say that name?
My name is Noah, and Ben, I was gonna leave you. I was gonna get away.
And I'm Nick, and you need to make love to me.
My name is Ben, and why did you say that name? My name is Ben. Why did you say that? It's my fucking... Why did you... For fuck's sake, I'm not a lady, I'm a journalist. There, I'll go with that one.
We had a lot of questions about whether you're a lady or journalist, so let's get that out of the way.
I want to send a message to my 13-year-old self, okay? I discovered Survivor as a 13-year-old, and this guy was on it. Jervis was my favourite. I love Jervis, but Joel was kind of... Never heard of him. Yeah, who's Jervis? And then Australian Outback came on, and this is like my huge fandom, and I still hold Australian Outback as top 4 season. Jerry was 4. I'm critical. Although, okay, my favourite season is still a Jerry season, All Stars. Well, you don't like All Stars.
It was tough. It was a tough one. Yeah.
So this is kind of like a diary to my 13-year-old and 14-year-old self, that I'm sitting here right now in a bar drinking vodka Red Bulls with Jerry Manthe and Joel Klug. Can I just point that out to myself as like a 13-year-old fanboy? I didn't even ever want to start a podcast. It happened. I interviewed these guys, and now somehow I'm drinking alcohol with them. How does this happen?
There's no alcohol in this. These are non-alcoholic.
Is it
non-alcoholic?
Good. Mine too. I just wanted to point that out. I wanted to video document this. I love this woman. She's the reason I came to this event. I told you this before. Don't act shocked. You love it. You love it. And Joel, you're awesome too. And he got engaged like 2 days ago.
I know. Was it only 2 days ago?
3 days ago.
Wow.
It was a private thing. When we had the True Tribe Challenge, which was the sandbag challenge, the endurance run around the ring that they've done in Fans vs. Favourites 2, they started in Palau. That one, the run around the ring in the water, carrying the shit, pass it off if you're going to lose.
Did that New Zealand one actually too recently as well.
Oh, they did, of course. And then, so when Sanapu brought the chickens and said, "Oh, can we have some food for these chickens?" And we went ballistic. Not ballistic verbally at the challenge, but I went off my goddamn head when we got back. I went off. They were saying, if you want us to use any of this, you need to start. And I was like, I can't stop swearing. I just need to goddamn go to town. That was how fucking dare they? Who do they think they are? They can't come back and expect me to take their fucking chickens. They're killing them. They're fucking idiots. Fuck. I went to town for like half an hour until I stopped and breathed. And they went, "Are you all good?" And I went, "I think so."
Oh God, I wish I had done it once on
the
here.
other thing I'll say is that which Phoebes has mentioned a few times as well, is there was not a lot, but just sort of camp life as me as well. Like my relationship with the Vavau chicken Apricot was because she was obsessed with me and I was annoyed with her and got pissed off, so I'd take my frustrations out on her, not like physically, but just like instead of swearing at the people around me that were annoying me or just saying "you're an idiot, piss off," I would say it to the chicken. So there was a lot of stuff that was not included of my relationship with the chicken, which everyone else found completely and utterly amusing and loved it, because I would swear at her and abuse her and she'd come and hop on my lap or come and try to cuddle up to me, and I'd go, "What are you doing? Just get away from me!" And Phoebes, like, there was only one snippet, maybe a few, that you actually saw that, and Phoebes was like, "Oh my God, that's ridiculous." There was, even in the time that she was with us, there was so much of it that she said, "I wish that you guys got to see more."
Are you just not a fan of chickens, or is it?
No, I love chickens. They're great. I mean, I don't like birds necessarily personally, but some birds, especially magpies, they're evil. They're the devil's children. Oh, and emus. But other than that, no, the chicken was fine. But vomit in my mouth. But no, it was just because we were never going to kill her, and she was just a mole, and she was a vent for me, or an outlet, and it was like the more I abused her, the more she loved me. Like, she used to try to jump up on the bed next to me, and I'd go, "What are you doing? Just go. Can everyone get her away from there?" Like, "Oh, she loves you, Craig. She loves you. She wants to cuddle." And I'd be like, "Bullshit, she's probably shitting in my shoes," that sort of shit. So, but you never saw it because it was just me being me, and they were like, "Crap, we just can't edit that."
Note to Channel 10, please release all the extra scenes of Craig and the chicken. That's all we want.
Much.
That's all we want.
And just make sure it's rated so that they can put that on there. And it's at your discretion if you watch it.
I think you're going to look at that screenshot I just sent you and crack up laughing here, so I'm just going to wait for you to see the edit I put on Wikipedia just to that bit right now.
This is regular on season 3 of Prison Break, playing the role Panamanian drug kingpin, recurring roles, series regular. That's all I see. Where am I missing this year?
They're right at the top. Robert Wisdom. You've got to look underneath where it's got Robert Ray Wisdom was born.
1953 is an American actor best known for his roles as Howard Bunny Colvin on The Wire, Norman Lachero St. John on Prison Break, and his exceptionally large tongue.
I did meant to put Peters, but it said, "We've noted that an edit you have made is inappropriate." And I've just refreshed the page and it's still live on Wikipedia as of right now. I'm just going to send you the link so you can confirm that.
We'll have to put a screenshot up on our website.
Oh, we will never be trusted again. But this is making for such a great episode.
This is his favourite actor is Brad Pitt all over again from the Survivor Oz days. The difference is Survivor Wiki leaves that on there, whereas Wikipedia, that's going to get removed any time now, and my random edits will be banned.
Oh, thank you,
Robert Wisdom's thanking me for making his day too. He's like, damn straight, now the truth's been out there.
I'm sending this to my wife right now. She's got to see this.
Can I also just point out the fact that his character name is Tito? It just reminds me of Rush Hour. You mean, Tito, tell us what we had last night for dinner. Anyway.
Now back to our dinner.
Yes.
Okay, so
hang on. No, we haven't finished dinner, right?
Okay, baby back ribs.
Yes.
We had some pasta salad. We had baked beans.
We
and
did.
Then you all of a sudden jumped up and decided to prepare a very Australian dessert for us. And you said, do you have white bread? Do you have...
I said bread. I should have said white bread. I shouldn't have gone for the sourdough.
You said bread, and then you didn't say fairy dust, but I'm going to call it fairy dust, which would be sprinkles.
Hundreds and thousands, as we would call them in
Hundreds
Australia.
and thousands.
Yeah.
So I jumped up in the little pantry and found some
You did.
sprinkles,
Mm-hmm.
brought out the butter, and you prepared us a very Australian dessert.
Now, can I just put some background here? I was meant to make this in Kansas the other day because I made lamingtons, and I was going to give the Kansas people, the whole state apparently, Jennifer and her mum, I was going to prepare them with some Australian cuisine. So I did the lamingtons. They turned out fantastic. I've never made lamingtons before in my life, and they were fantastic. Didn't get around to making the fairy bread. It kind of just escaped the plan. So I thought, well, here... when we'd finished dinner, and I was like, great, well, here we go. Well, let's try this out. And although the lamingtons were fantastic in Kansas, the fairy bread in Georgia was pretty shit because here's a note to Australians listening to this. If maybe you haven't had fairy bread since you went to like a party as a kid or something like that, doesn't work on sourdough. So
A party or what we call a party.
Yes.
Party or a party.
Party.
A party.
Stick to the white bread, Australia. That's my lesson learnt from fairy bread. So that was disappointing. I should have maybe brought some lamingtons with me from Kansas, or at least made me some.
It was great. I will never forget it. It was fantastic.
You won't never, because it was that bad. But I made up for it after that with some delicious Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. Oh my gosh. Now, before I was introduced to the milk chocolate Tim Tams, but this time you brought me the white.
My favourite. They were delicious, were they
Tim
not?
Tams.
Yes.
Yeah, they were great.
And you had prepared a very longingly homemade salted caramel brownie mix.
However, we were told that if we ate all of our fairy dust bread party dessert, we would get a Tim Tam. So I can tell you,
you didn't eat it all, but I just gave it to you anyway.
We didn't, but we had the dogs in there, so
yeah.
we had a little help from our
So did the
friends.
dogs enjoy the fairy bread?
Yes, indeed, they did.
All right, Glenn called it ferret bread, by the way.
Ferret bread, he did.
Which maybe would have been more appropriate with the taste that...
You know, it's funny, the dogs have been barking like crazy, and I just gave them some of the fairy bread, and since they've had it, they're not barking.
Are they alive?
I think I need to go
Have they
check
passed
on
out?
them. I'm telling you. Oh, there you go.
Okay, all right.
There's one. Okay.
Crisis averted. No
All right,
vet,
thank God.
vet
Okay.
needs to be called.
Everything's good.
Right, okay.
Right.
I kind of like this the cutting around here where, you get just this shot of, I was about to say cock and Darlos. Whoa,
And
that
here I was-
escalated quickly.
And here I was thinking, Yasko and Bocus were funny, but now you say Cock and Darlos.
Cock and Darlos. Everybody's favourite pair at Third Watch. Ladies and gentlemen, Cock and Darlos.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
I'm never going to let you forget that one.
Please don't. Cock and Darlos.
Cock and Darlos.
Cock and Darlos, everybody's favourite pair. So Cock and Darlos are just
Cock and Darlos.
The Cock and Darlos musical. He is a doctor. He's been around. He's not really a doctor. They just call him... Well, they can't even call him Doc because he's cock. And Darlos is a guy who had a daughter, and she is now with the Kennys. Yeah.
Cock and Darlos, everyone's favorite pair. Cock and Darlos.
He was a douche nozzle because he got rid of Morales and couldn't drive 2 hours down the road to Philadelphia. Yeah. Anyway, that's the Cock and Darlos musical coming soon to Broadway.
The musical, composed by Ben Waterworth and Darvell Stewart.
Starring Eva LaRue as both people because she's awesome.
Anyway, where are Cock and Darlos?
All I was going to say is they're chilling in an ambulance watching the riding. That's basically all they're doing here. So, Cock and Darlos sitting in an ambulance. But we're going to get to this scene because you want to get to this scene. We all want to get to this scene.
Yeah.
I cannot remember for the life of me why we did this.
I know why.
The next scene is essentially...
It's a Ben Waterworth vanity project.
It's more a Bridget Jones ripoff, all right? So the next scene is simply me in my office drinking what looks like a bottle of water again. It's vodka. Lip syncing to All By Myself.
For all 5 minutes of the song.
And basically, if you didn't get what is meant to happen at the end, I get so distraught that I inject myself with heroin.
Is that what happened?
We had like a fake doctor's kit, which you barely see like the stethoscope at any point. And there was like a fake needle in it, and I really wanted to use it. So yeah, there's meant to basically be overzealous drug use in this movie where I get so depressed I have to inject myself with heroin. Now we actually also were planning, because we did film Josh also lip syncing to All By Myself. There's a slight bit in one of the blooper reels that you'll see of him in it, but I just didn't use it because it didn't have any purpose in the movie. Neither did this scene. But, so yeah, and now it's funny that you say like all 5 minutes of it. Pretty much, my video production teacher said that this film was so bad and decided to use this scene as the exception as to why did you even have that? Why did you have to have yourself in this lip syncing all by yourself? It made no sense to the movie. The movie was doing okay up to that point, and it completely took away from the entire film.
It was doing okay up until now? This is okay?
Apparently.
This is why people can't graduate in Hobart.
But call it the Ben Waterworth Vanity Project if you like. I at least had fun acting that scene.
Yeah, it shows.
Anyway, say what you want about it, Colin.
Oh my, your feelings are going to be so hurt.
They already are.
So, this is another moment that Ben didn't know the camera was rolling. This also happens to be how Ben spends his Saturday nights when Nick and I aren't available to record.
How did you know? How did you know?
I actually do think your performance in it is kind of funny. If it was like maybe a minute and a half, I'm with your teacher. 5 minutes in, I'm actually just let it be done. I was verbally saying, Jamie's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, this scene, it's never ending.
What did Jamie think of it?
She was just looking at like everything else in the movie. She's like, what am I watching?
Another actual quote from the DVD cover.
I mean, I was laughing during this, but it was kind of more of like a sad laughter. I'm so sad he spent this much time wasting his education.
Clearly, education's worked out for me so well. I'm podcasting about this film 12 years later.
Podcasting about his own vanity projects. That's a double vanity project you're listening to this week on the Oz Network.
And wait till we do the recap of Kill Films. Remember that part of the recap where Colin was laughing about me?
If there was any hope for this to get rented, it is gone after All By Myself.
Come on. Just I'm watching it right now. The dramatic stabbing of my arm as I rip the sleeve up. The dramatic fall down to the ground as I throw away the needle. I fall on my back. My glasses apparently have disappeared. And I'm just on the floor screaming in agony. I'm so by myself, Colin.
I know. That's
great acting.
You see, that's what made it so sad, is it was so believable. You know you've been there.
You mean have? I'm still there!
This is after the lengthy audition process for the role of Matilda. Why can't I get a girl to kiss me? In all seriousness, it's probably your best acted scene of the movie.
Because I'm not acting.
It is funny in an unintentional way. Yes, probably the hardest I laughed in the movie.
My stomach is so sore.
I had dental surgery 48 hours ago. My stitches have come out, I think.
How are you going to explain that to the dentist? How did you do this, Colin? Oh, I just watched a guy singing all by myself. Do you want to see it? Do you want to see how much of a loser he is, dentist?
Just wait until he fakes shooting up heroin, and you'll get the joke.
The funniest bit is the heroin scene. I've got this depressed guy drinking a bottle of vodka and shooting himself with heroin. It's comedy gold.
In all honesty, forget about my stitches. The last time I sweat this much, I was running a half marathon. This is the greatest scene in the history of film.
I tweeted that out. You saw me tweet
People, we know based on the YouTube numbers versus the download numbers, we know a lot of people are not watching the movie. You need to watch the part.
Yeah, I think Kill Bill 1's had over 300 downloads, yet the movie on YouTube had like 17 views. That's like Catherine the Shed Meister. Actually, because I can look at the watch time. It gives you statistics on YouTube, like how long people watch it for. And okay, here's an example. Noah, who is coming back soon. Yay, save us, Noah. He said that he listened to the episode, which is, cool. But then he didn't tell me if he watched the movie or not. Now, he was in Malaysia during the week, and I've looked at the analytics of the watch time, and it's got there, someone in Malaysia has watched this movie for 9 minutes. That was the first one, not the second one yet. So I'm going to be interested to see what the watch time is at. But Noah literally gave up watching Kill Bill 1 after 9 minutes. That's about 5 minutes longer than most people, but still. Oh, we have reached a point here on the Oz Network. We are literally covering my so-called vanity project. We have spent a good 5 minutes just cracking up laughing over something that happens to me every night in real life. I can't wait till we cover a movie where there's a person like getting so distraught over their baby crying every 10 seconds they throw it against a wall. Oh my lord.
What happens after this? It's all a blur.
Is there anything after this? Isn't that the end of the movie?
Nothing that lives up to this.
That's it, we're done. Bin it.
What does it say here? Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. It's the novel. I'm just reading this book here.
Yep.
Sorry, I was just reading a book.
I was just halfway through the episode. Fuck the podcast. I'm going to read my book. I'm so bored of Ben.
We're professionals here.
Snow Dogs, the novelisation. Oh, the dogs are talking in this one. Alright, I'm just going to go watch another episode. Hang on, I'm just going to go watch what? Hang on a second.
I'm sorry, people listening for the dead air. I just got a bit distracted. I forgot that if I'm reading something, I have to read it out loud or not read it.
We're men. We can't do more than one thing at once. All right.
I got. I'm sorry. That was so unprofessional. I got a bit distracted.
I'm sorry to say, they already have been announced. I'm going to send you both the link in our box there. Surang and Bandaby are the official mascots. Surang is a tiger, a white tiger, and Burang is a Asiatic black bear. And they actually look like pretty decent mascots. I don't know if you... What do you think?
Is this how you pronounce Bandaby? Because that's what I'm reading when it's
What did
the
I
link
say?
you sent me.
Surang. Surang. Oh, hang on. I've just thought Surang and Burang. Yeah, Bandaby. You think we'd edit that out to make me not look like a dick, but clearly we've kept that in. Aren't you looking forward to the games next year when Ben Waterworth rips shit into Korean culture? Hello to all our Korean listeners out there.
That's on the best of right away. Yeah. Let's talk a bit about these mascots here. I like Surang. Burang or whatever you call it.
Yeah, Burang's great.
He just kind of looks like I don't know, dark Teddy Ruxpin with a Santa hat on or something. Like, I don't know what this is.
Who's dark Teddy Ruxpin? No.
You don't know Teddy Ruxpin?
I don't know if I've ever heard of that before in my life.
All right, yeah, here comes another link, okay? Teddy Ruxpin was like a toy. I guess you would consider it like the first interactive toy. It was an animated series, but they made the animated series out of a toy that, well, you'd put like a cassette in it and it would talk to you and its mouth would move and everything.
Yeah, my sister used to have a thing like that, but it was Mother Goose. It was like you put a tape in it and it would read stories, and it used to scare the shit out of me.
Well, if it wasn't a bear and if it wasn't wearing a sweater, then it's not the same thing.
That is creepy. That bear is creepy.
Yeah.
It looks like one of those what's that, Five Nights at Freddy's video game things? Like, it looks like one of those things that's going to kill you. That's terrifying.
I wanted one of these so bad when I was a kid, and the show was amazing. The show holds up still today.
That honestly looks like it's going to kill me. I don't know alone there, Jared. You think that's freaky too, right? I'm not the only one. Maybe it's an Australian thing.
Yeah, that's nightmare material.
Canadians love it, but Australians are like, get it away from me.
Oh, it was huge here. I got another one I'll send you where he's eating his own circuit board, it looks like. So this will give you a nightmare, especially if you zoom in really close.
That's not a circuit board, that's a small child. That's Jimmy. That's little Jimmy. He's dead. Honey, what happened to little Jimmy? Oh, don't worry about it.
So what I'm gathering is that you're a bigger fan of Burang than you are Teddy Ruxpin.
Yeah, Burang looks sweet.
With his Santa hat.
He actually... You go.
What's that moon? I'm guessing it's supposed to be a moon or something, but it looks like he has a bib on.
And it looks... What's the hat he's wearing? It almost looks like the Russian flag. It's like... It's white, red, blue. It's green on there, but why is Burang promoting Russia?
I'm calling him Burang.
Yeah, stuff Bandaby. It sounds like Bambi. Burang and Surang are so much better. You know what it looks like? It actually looks like the Moscow bear. Was that Misha? That was the Moscow bear from the 80s. Google that. Google Misha. I'm actually looking at it right now. It's very similar. Where's the copyright suit against this at the Pyeongchang Olympics? It just ripped off the Moscow Olympics. There's the Russian aspects there again. The Koreans and the Russians are together.
Talk about creepy. This Moscow one is terrifying.
Oh, now come on.
It's got like some belt on and stuff.
Can we do an episode just on the mascots?
Yeah, mascot. Can we get the mascots on? Can that be our next interview?
Izzy. Let's bring back Izzy.
We're going to bump our Moguls preview because we have to get the mascots.
I was going to guess when you and I'm going blank on the character's name, when you put the guy in the pressure, the hyperbaric chamber.
Oh, Crest.
Crest.
No,
Crest. That's not it either. No. We're big Bond fans here, Robert. We're huge.
That was done
That was done because Bond set that guy up. Bond was the one that set what's his name? Anthony Zerbe's character. I forget his name now. No, there's
Milton
another.
Krause.
There's only one act of violence really and it's just because the guy was an irritant.
Yeah.
Remember? You want me to tell you?
Yeah, you're going to have to, because we're really failing our status
All right,
here
I'll
as a
give you
James
the
Bond
line, and you
podcast
tell
here,
me who it
Robert.
I'll give you the line. And you tell me who it is. Time to start cutting overhead.
No, that wasn't Felix.
No.
Near the
You
end of the
disagree with
movie.
something that-
Truman Lodge.
Truman Lodge.
There you go.
Yes.
The accountant.
I win.
The accountant. That was the only act of violence because he was an irritant. $30 million. That's another great, Spence. Another $30 million. You know what I mean?
Well, that was a good one. I mean, no one liked Truman Lodge, did they?
No, he didn't. He was a little irritant, that guy. You know what I mean? So, but that was but think about it. Nobody liked him, but he was the one act of violence that Sanchez really commits that you could say is unjustified.
It's a good point. It's interesting sort of looking at it that way. And, we've done... we obviously did our film recap on License to Kill, and we're doing film commentaries, Robert. So we'll do that at one point. But I mean, with that's Colin, there you go. We didn't have that take on it at all. So we've learned something today as well.
And here's something else to add. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, there's ever been a film where someone who was already dead was shot. Now Sanchez, and this was again an improv. Remember when what's his name takes the cyanide pill?
Mm-hmm.
Cary Hirotagawa played him. All right? And what do? He dies, and I pull up my gun, I go, hijo de puta, and I shoot him because he didn't give me the satisfaction of killing him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So Sanchez, after that moment, and you guys could research, this would be good. I'd like to know if this is so. But after that moment, other films had people killing guys that were already dead.
And you started the trend.
Bond... Look, I've been in trailers on big movie sets where the directors and the producers were watching Bond sequences for their action film to do takes on them. And the thing about Bond, and something that Cubby always wanted, was that the wardrobe, there were a few times when they made the wardrobe of the moment. And then they said, no, we don't want to do that. We want to make it so you can watch this film in 20 years and not have it feel that dated. You know what I mean? In terms of music and wardrobe, in some instances.
You better go hide. He's a very scary man. Okay, this is very undesirable.
I don't think he'll come to our house.
You don't? Not at all?
I think he
I
might.
don't think he knows.
I think we might have put a censor sound over that so people don't necessarily know where Sam actually does live. Just a word of advice. Don't give out your address on air. You will have undesirable.
Well, I think he lives in a very noisy place, and I don't think he likes quiet.
And what's this noisy place that he lives in?
No, it could be.
We're going to have to block over that as well, because I think there is actually someone who lives at 35 Mariah Pleasant.
And it does go noisy up there.
Okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll find out if he'll come over, Sam.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. And that speech by, Uncle Mark is just Mark. What am I saying here? That it is Mark. Why am I thinking Mike? God, just call him Adam, Ben.
No, it is Mike.
Why have I written Mark? Who's Mark?
His long-lost twin brother.
I was going to call him Adam.
Who's Elizabeth St. Mitchell?
Don't get started, Ben.
It's not even Elizabeth St. Mitchell, it's Emma St. Clair. I can't even remember names. This is why you remember the episode names and I'm just dumb. Who are these people?
What would you do without me, Ben?
Faith Boscarelli, Maurice Yokas, my favourite characters in Fifth Watch. What a show. Ben's losing it.
You are losing your marbles, man.
I feel like they may have done it.
No.
They opened up to each other, then he's watching her sleep.
She didn't open up to him in that way. Maybe a bit of hand action, but...
Hand job.
A bit of touchy-feel, a bit of grind, but, no.
I don't think I think probably just a bit of feely, kissing, and... I love how nonchalant.
And I'm not saying whether or not it was like who did the fingering.
Oh, for some reason, like, hand job, yeah, that was fine, but then when you say, oh, a bit of fingering, it just becomes gross. Oh, yeah, a bit of touching, a bit of kissing. Oh, yeah, a bit of fingering. But, yeah, it's totally happened.
Finger bang.
Poor Charlie.
Do you remember that South Park episode where they were that boy band and they were singing Finger Bang? I never got that. Finger bang bang, finger bang. I never understood that.
Well, when that came out, I probably was 10, and I definitely didn't get it. Why did my parents let me watch South Park?
Mine didn't. There's a reason why they never used to watch The Simpsons, but The Simpsons is so tame. Like, I remember we used to go around primary school calling each other dildos, and we didn't know what it meant. Like in South Park, Kitty, stop being such a dildo! And it's like, you know, oh, looks like a certain kitty will be coming home with mummy tonight. Like, I never got that line when I was like 12, but now it's hilarious.
I feel like we would be great social experiments for psychologists because you grew up not allowed to watch South Park when you were a kid, and I always grew up being totally allowed to watch it when I probably shouldn't have.
And I'm the one dropping the lines about fingering, and you're the calm one.
I haven't seen that movie in such a long time. I haven't seen all those movies in such a long time.
We're really bringing back these memories for you. This is a blast from the past right now for you, Joe.
It really is.
You know what we need to do? We need to get you on to cover the movie with us.
There you
Rewatch it. We'll do a commentary.
Yeah, but I think we should watch it probably in Australia.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Colin's never been here either, so look, we'll fly you out. We'll stretch the budget, and we'll get you here.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Bring Tom Hanks, bring Kevin Bacon. We'll get an Apollo 13 reunion going as well. Why not?
Yeah. Great.
I do also like this bit there where they walk into the bit and Rick Flag sort of sees her. And what does Deadshot say? You need to go in there and you need to slap her ass and tell her to knock this shit off.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to go over too well.
Again, I love the fact that there's complaints, oh, this bit's sexist. Like, for the love of God, it's just like, I don't even, like...
He's a villain!
He's a villain! Like, oh, even villains can't be sexist? No. No. Oh, he's a rapist?
And I love...
Make it sure that he's a consensual rapist? That's sexist.
Like, it's also, like, an incredibly powerful world-eating witch. And you want to pull the... She does not deserve to be objectified like that. She's killed many people. She has basically committed rape and turned half of the men in Midway City into avocado heads. Where's the outrage over her?
It doesn't matter, Colin. She's a woman. It's all right. Fine. Like, that's a good point. She's like this evil, evil woman. No! Do not slap her on the ass! Sexist? Not take it. Sorry. When you kill her, you're not allowed to hit her. That's sexist. All right?
If we had just had that scene in there and she's like, #MeToo.
Oh my God. Enchantress on Twitter. Try to destroy the world, but objectified. Never okay. #MeToo. Two men talk about women's issues on the Oz Network. It always goes well.
No, our slogan is "Visit Scotland." Like that's what we say. And it's like, okay.
Wow, that's original.
Basically all the adverts for Visit Scotland are it's like this guy with a Highlands accent. It's a really pretty accent, like. Oh.
Yeah.
it just makes you really happy. Like, you'd fall asleep listening to him. It's like, Visit Scotland. And it's like, you really want to.
Do that again. I feel like I would need to visit Scotland after you do that. Visit Scotland.
No, but it's like his accent is so beautiful, and he's like, Visit Scotland. And you're like, okay, I will, and I live here, and I want to visit it. So,
So basically, a bunch of people in the Scottish Tourist Board have like sat around a table probably all day, like going, right, let's come up with a slogan for Scotland, and then essentially one guy's just gone, I've got it, Visit Scotland. Like, oh, brilliant, you deserve a raise.
I'm going to send you you have to look at the YouTube videos though, because they're really good. Like, our country is it's pretty. Like, it's
well, I mean, look, it looks very pretty, but I mean, it can't compete with the greatest Australian slogan of all time. We literally had the slogan, Australia, where the bloody hell are you? So, I mean, that literally was our slogan to try and get you to come here. So, I mean, couldn't it, like, I know Scotland's very similar to Australia, aren't they, in the fact that you swear a lot and you drink a lot. So couldn't it be like, I fucking come to Scotland, eh?
Well, I think we're trying to show that there's more to it than that, but, yeah, pretty much alcohol is our life.
Yeah, and they were basically in a car, and they were having sex, and
Coitus.
They came to this car. Huh?
Coitus. I love that word, coitus. I learned that word from The Big Bang Theory from Sheldon, but I just love how Doc uses the word coitus.
You explain things so much better than I do, to be honest.
They were
you're so
fucking, alright? Is that better? You think I explain things differently?
Oh my god! All right.
Yep.
Things just got real tonight. No.
If you and I one day have children separately with other partners, you with I don't know, Emily DeRavin.
Yeah, why not?
Me with your friend Emily. It's. And we raised.
I knew you were going there.
We have to use Emily's in there somewhere. We raised daughters, and like we've got a son knocking on our door, son-in-law, like, Mr. Groves, I'd like to marry your daughter. You're just going to be like, yeah, okay. Like,
yeah. So, what are you doing here?
Unless it's, I don't know, like, who would you not want to marry your, like...
You!
Let's be honest, that's probably realistic. 60-year-old me and your 18-year-old daughter.
Knocking on my door? Oh, Ben, I haven't heard from you in a while.
How you doing?
What do you want?
Yeah, good.
What do Mr. Groves?
I've been sleeping with your daughter, my 18-year-old.
My 16-year-old daughter. I'd like to marry her. No! Not at all. Leave.
I've lost it.
Not a chance. God, how do I get the feeling that this is going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy? You know?
This is when you say, oh God, I really should have set him up with Emily.
Oh, this is... I don't want to see this platform.
I can't stop laughing. My stomach is so sore. I don't know where I was going with that. I don't know where I was going with that. The point is...
Leave me and my daughter alone.
The point is that...
What is the point, Ben?
I don't know. Jin and son, Dad. He's in love, alright? Cool. Stay away from my daughter. Oh,
my God.
There's my exercise for the day.
But he's like the most incredible gentleman you'll ever meet in your life. And I think his wife was pregnant with twins at the time. So the whole thing is like, as actors, you're just like, okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? It's like, it can be extremely awkward, but it was fine. he's so polite that I was like, all right, it's going to be fine.
Well, there's the one scene, I think, kind of, when you guys first get together, there's like this shot of you guys in the shower, which is kind of like...
I know, that whole shower scene was something else.
Which is kind of interesting to see, because, I mean, this is obviously like, you know, network TV. It's sort of not cable. I mean, I'm watching that like, wow, for network TV, that's pretty, you know, confronting.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, they had to build. I remember, you know, they built that whole shower, and Brooke had this whole vision, and we were going to do. There was a whole thing. The shower took a lot of time, and I don't think they went on for very long. It was kind of a short moment.
Yeah,
but it told a lot of stories.
I was, however, once in Chicken Feed as a kid. Yeah, and I was wearing my school uniform, and an old lady came up to me, and she's like, "Is this where the plugs are?" And I was like, sorry, you know, like awkward, you know, 15-year-old me. And she's like, "Well, I mean, you should know. Don't be so rude. Where are the plugs?" And I was like,
She'll leave a review for you on Facebook.
Perhaps you should. Perhaps I could direct your attention to a staff member over there. And she actually thought I worked there because of my school uniform, because it was like a blue shirt. Anyway, really embarrassing. And I just kind of was like...
She mistaken you for a famous chicken feed.
A famous
for
chicken feed chicken.
No, for the staff member. And then I was just like...
All you need is chicken feed.
Sidled away. And then she was just like, "Oh, bloody young people these days." And, it, you know, I was like, bitch, I don't
just
even
think
work
now,
here.
Jackie.
Yeah.
She's probably dead now.
That makes me really sad in my heart, Ben.
Sorry. Thought it'd make you feel better.
Such is the rhythm of life.
We finally hear about Noah's backstory, which him and his flying partner, Salak.
Yeah,
and you start to...
Flying partner. Mm-hmm. We know what those two are up to on the indoor. Romantic little getaway.
In the gutter, eating peaches together, sitting by the fireside,
roly-polying on the grass and talking about sand. Yeah. Of course, it's rough. It gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere. Here it would be like twigs and leaves. And they get everywhere.
And then they have a scene where they have their first argument, and Noah's talking about how he hates the skullheads. I hate them. I hate all of them.
We could just easily make this Attack of the Clones. It would be a great movie.
You killed younglings. What have I done?
Noah and Salak.
You're breaking my heart.
Where is Salak? Is he okay? Is he all right? His bones are chained to the wall, Noah. No!
Salak's giving birth. Sindel. Mace. They're still good at him. I love Natalie Portman, but she's shit in that scene.
Oh yeah,
we used to bag
people
that
give so
out
much
of school.
criticism. People give so much criticism to like Hayden Christensen. I will make the argument Natalie Portman's performances in those movies are worse than Hayden Christensen. Like far worse.
Not
like,
all
it's
of
just
them.
awful.
She's a bit bored in Revenge of the Sith, but like, you know, she's like,
a bit bored.
She's only working with what she's got. We used to just...
Oh, come on. Everybody else makes the most of that movie. And here she is in that, and she's like, it's only because I'm so in love. Like, and that's the personality we get out of her. Obi-Wan thinks you're really stressed, Anakin.
The honest trailer's the best when it's like, Natalie Portman is barefoot and pregnant.
We did mean to talk about Battle for Endor here. We found something more interesting.
Coming soon, the age-old debate. What wins, Hearts and Minds or the Phantom Menace? Guest starring Ian Somerhalder as the moderator.
Defending Hearts and Minds is Ian Somerhalder.
Defending the Phantom Menace, nobody.
Colin.
Jar Jar Binks. Misa think it's better than Hearts and Minds.
Ian Somerhalder versus Jar Jar Binks in the ultimate debate.
Who is the most pointless character that everybody wishes didn't exist? Boone or Jar Jar Binks?
Boone. I don't like sand.
No, actually, hang on. Let's redo that scene. Boone. I like sand. No, you don't, Boone.
I like sand. I think it's soft.
Hold me like you did on Naboo. I held you better. I held you better on Naboo. You were the chosen one. No, I was. Shut up, Boone.
I think the Jedi Council is evil. No, I have the higher ground. Boone in Star Wars.
You killed younglings. No, I did. I killed them better. They were younger younglings. They were younger younglings.
I killed toddlers.
Luke, I am your father. I am too.
I hate them. I killed them all. I brought them back to life with a pen.
I've had a pen. Please help. Could you tell Luke? Is that who you can tell? No, but I can tell Boone.
That's not Boone on Star Wars.
Oh my god, can we just do this all the time? Boone quotes classic movie moments.
We could probably get Ian someone to do that for him.
He's not doing anything else. Oh my god. Anyway, is that a unicorn in the background, or did I just imagine it's just a sexy white horse?
A sexy white horse?
It's a damn looking good horse, if you ask me. That horse is better.
Bestiality, okay, in the Star Wars universe.
That horse is better looking than some of the women I've been with. Like, that's a fine looking animal. Oh, come on. You've got to look at that horse and think that's a good-looking horse.
No, I was actually going to make the comment. I'm like, obviously you go from, like, this angelic-looking woman to Chantel or whatever her name is.
Hi, I'm Chantel. Ride my horse.
But it's supposed to be, like, this contrast of, like, the good witch and the wicked witch or whatever. But for the horse, it just goes from being a white horse to a black horse. And I'm like, well, is this supposed to be an evil horse now? Like, is black the color of evil horses? Or we find out from Ben it's just ugly horses, apparently.
Well, I mean, I don't know, but it's a good-looking horse. It's like it's
the third time Ben has said, that's a good-looking horse.
But, like horses, like, when you see unicorns, they're usually, like, white and kind of shiny and... like it's kind of like, yeah, that's a fine horse. That's an animal that you'd want to ride. Like as in ride, like it's a horse. Get your mind out of the gutter.
Yeah, sure. I just want it to be known that this conversation started with Ben saying, you got the sexy lady and the sexy white horse.
Speaking out honestly, I like horses. That's like a secret. Not a secret. I mean, it's all shameful Ben moments. He likes horses.
Secret. Keep it secret, Ben, okay?
No,
I think there are still some laws for that. I know other things passed in Australia, but some things still aren't legal.
Yeah, that's our next our postal vote. Can you marry horses? But the Christian Conservative Party thinks it's going to. That's another story. You end up being with Alanis Morissette because why not? And then
it was fantastic. She was fantastic.
I was going to ask that. Like, how is it working? I mean, like, I can imagine that as an actor, you're working with many people over the years. But when it comes to say like Alanis Morissette, hi, by the way, Roma, you're going to be involved, and this is who's playing the role. Alanis Morissette, like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Exactly right. And all I could do, because I loved her even before, and then all I did when I found out she was going to be my lady love was I played all of her tapes really loudly in my car. So it was just fantastic. And she was great.
Fantastic.
And a wonderful actress.
Yeah, she was. She really was. Like, that was kind of... I don't think I'd seen her in anything really kind of acting that way. But, I mean, is that a case where, like... if you're playing her songs in your car and then you get to set, do you just kind of have him as, can you just maybe give us a bit of ironic, like, can you sing a little bit for us? Or, you're just trying to be so professional, not be all fangirl.
I think I did ask her for something, but then I held back. No, yeah, I knew better.
Oh, yeah, that's...
But that would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I've been to Goa. It was the coldest place I've ever been in my life. It was. I got up and it was 4 degrees, and it just stayed at 4 degrees all day.
Right. It hosts the New Zealand Gold Guitar Awards. There you go.
Yeah.
Is that like your country music awards, or what is that?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
You have country music in New Zealand? I don't know. I'm guessing you do, Ben. It's probably not that funny. I probably just offended the country. Taihape? The gumboot capital?
Yeah.
Taihape? The gumboot capital of New Zealand. Have you visited
where
there
they do
before?
Yeah, they do gumboot throwing there, I think. That's, it's kind of like the shot put, except you use a gumboot because it's New Zealand,
Right. When you're not using them with the sheep and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. All right, great. I've really researched this because there's all places that I can't pronounce. Nagara Wahai, Nagara, help me here.
Ngaruawahia, which is just down the. There's just down the road from where I live here in the Waikato. So it's quite famous because it's the home of the Māori king. So he lives there, and it's just a small little town really, but it's kind of getting quite big. Because of the growth and stuff, and people tend to live there and drive to Auckland or drive to Hamilton for work. So, it's a pretty small place, but because of the whole Māori King thing, it's kind of a little bit famous.
And is the Māori King a good guy, or do we like him, or not like him, or can't we say?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really be able to give you a good opinion because I don't really know. It's not something that we kind of talk about a lot in day-to-day kind of conversations in New Zealand, if I'm being honest.
Cool. All right. Well, there you go.
The one thing that starts to really confuse me is like, why they stop making this for children? Like obviously, like the Star Wars audience is probably mostly young boys. Like. And they have a cooking segment.
I hadn't thought of that.
In the 70s,
they have a cooking segment. They have singing. They have a user's manual, like video
and
tutorial.
B. Arthur.
B. Arthur.
Every
B. Arthur. B. Arthur is for everyone, so don't even go there. But
hashtag B. Arthur is for everyone.
Yes.
But, like, I just don't get it. Like, what kid is going to be like, oh, man, Star Wars is on. I got to watch it. And then it's, like, a cooking segment. Like, I don't know. It's just, it's unbelievable that this was ever green-lighted. Like, some higher-up ever approved this. Like, it's crazy. Like, I do admit, like, there was, like, I did see a bit of humor in the cooking segment as Art Carney was getting more into it. But, like, not something like memorable or whatever. And then what even happened after that?
The porn,
VR,
Rossi.
yeah.
That happened.
Yeah, and she's just like, we are excited, aren't we? It's like, what? This is coming from a woman who has an Academy Award. And she's doing
so bad.
I'm done.
Ross is hung up. He's gone.
I think we all are. I think we're all done.
Wow.
That's a bit racist. Like, I mean, I don't...
Yeah.
About skin colour.
Yeah, there's a lot of other, races you cannot say that line to words.
That's against green skin. You just got to... Oh, that's disgusting, Anakin.
He might as well have called them the G word.
Grigger.
Oh, no. You did not say that.
What? That wasn't bad.
A long time ago in a racist galaxy far, far away.
Don't say the G word in Star Wars.
Trials.
We've now given the G word an official name. Come on, people. We're saying it in historical context here.
Yes.
Okay?
You know. Come on, we can't change all of history, right?
Trials.
When they say it to each other, they just change the ER to an A.
Trials.
That word's gonna be running through my head all night.
Dick Noah moment, but I've been on a hike with you. I don't
Wow, I love how this is going. Laughing already. Oh, Dick Noah moment. I went on a hike with you.
I mean, I couldn't do this either, but I like the idea of doing it, but I'd get up one flight and
I'd need to be fitter, Noah. I'd need to be fitter to do it.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to do it either, so I can't talk. I'd do one.
Dick Noah moment. Ha ha ha, Ben. You went on a hike. You couldn't even make it up in one glass, mate. Ha ha ha.
I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Dick Noah
Wow.
moment.
Dick Noah moment. There you go.
I'm the Kevin of this episode.
You are. Hashtag, do you want me to take a photo for you?
Well, I don't get the reference.
It worked out better for me when I got to the top, because I jumped in.
Oh, yeah, now I get it. I'm like, what?
Dick Ben moment. Ha.
Alright, now we're even.
I mean, did you manage to think of anything?
Not. I would say exciting. She was your typical time. I mean, she's a beautiful girl now, but
now, so she wasn't when she was. Wow! Whoa! Wow! That hurts.
I meant she turned into a beautiful woman, but when she was in grade school, she was a tomboy, kind of, and liked to go walking in the creek and picking up, what do you call those things? Salamanders?
Fossils? Yeah.
Oh, she was big on rocks.
Minnows.
Yeah.
I love rocks.
Rocks and salamanders.
And I would collect my fossils. But apparently I was ugly.
In her knee-high rubber boots. You
Ugly knee-high rubber boots.
Yes. Yeah, but...
So, okay, at what age did she go from being this ugly tomboy to, holy God, she's a beautiful woman? Was there a specific age? Did this just happen yesterday, or...?
I would say probably her last 2 years in high school. She still did
This is amazing. We're trying to embarrass her, but at the same time, it's just like, yeah, Jennifer, just letting you know, I thought you were so ugly as a child.
I did not say that. Well, you know the story about the ugly duckling turned into a beautiful swan.
Well,
however it went, but
you don't even know the story.
Evidently not.
Oh my God!
But no, of course she was beautiful. My sisters always told me she should be in magazines. That's how cute she was. Really,
Tomboy magazines or
Hunting or Boy Scouts?
What kind of men? No.
Men's Health.
No. She was always pretty, of course, and I'm her mom. But yes.
Are we sure about that?
But boy things, so that made me ugly? Okay.
No, I didn't say that either. But
Mom, you were just digging yourself a hole.
Well, I've never been on the radio before, so yes, I probably am digging a hole. Anyway,
she ever will be again at this stage. Jennifer's going to ban it.
I have to be careful what I say, because she is going to live with me for the next month or two.
She is.
So,
well,
yeah, and after how many years you've been gone? 8? 4? I don't know, a long time.
9.
But having a daughter, 27, moved back home with her single mom, and it's roommate time that you got to set the laws down.
I'm the best roomie.
She thinks.
You should have a radio show.
I want to see a cop show.
Echo. I want to see him having a radio show. Hello. Welcome to 99.2 FM. My name is Mr. Echo.
Tonight I'll be with you for an hour. You play all Nigerian hits.
Today we have a request from Claire. It is entitled My Baby. Claire, we hope you find your baby.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
Here is one from Saeed. Saeed recently lost the woman he loved. This week at least.
This one goes out to Shannon. May you rest in peace. Hello, listeners. I have a confession. I killed 2 people on the other side of the island. But I am on a righteous path.
Coming up at 8:30, we bring you traffic.
Currently at the moment, no boat seen for 3 minutes. Quite busy out there. Stay safe.
It is hot on this island.
And remember, this show proudly brought to you by Sawyer's. If you wish anything to get, go to Sawyer. He has it available.
We have celebrity gossip. Scott has been seen with Doug. Or is that Steve? I don't know. I wasn't here when he died.
And this week, we have prank call. Who will I call next on the coconut phone? This week's victim, it is Anastasia, who recently murdered someone accidentally. We pretend to be a police officer. Will she fall for it?
Hello, this is Anna.
Yes, hello. This is Sergeant Echo. Sergeant Johnson.
Hello, this is your former partner, Big Mike. Hello, Anna. Remember me? What is this? What is going on? People don't like me. Oh, she hung up. Next we ring up Saeed and pretend to be Nadia, his long-lost lover, and tell her that she knows about Shannon.
We have so much.
Hello, Saeed. I am your long-lost lover, Nadia. Remember me? Now we have Hurley for a joke of the week.
Dude.
Joke of the week with Hurley. Dude.
We have some breaking news coming to you from the hatch. Apparently we found some beards and some clothes. What does it mean to talk? Here is Locke, the man who knows everything. John. Hello, John. What do you feel this is about?
Our roaming reporter, Daniel Russo.
Hello, yes, hello, Mr. Ego. Bonjour.
Yes, I've been roaming. I don't join the camp, but I've been inspecting. I've been on the case. I didn't help with the cases.
We keep getting weird transmission coming in. Let's play this one. Yeah, hi, it's Boone. I want to be involved. Okay, no, we'll cut him off. He's not no longer.
You should cut that. No. Now, rumor has it there's been an inspection on the island for our weekly medical advice. Here's Dr. Shepard.
You don't know what you're talking about.
It's not an infection. Babies get sick.
And here's our live performance by Charlie. Oh, wait, no, we're not talking to Charlie. His contract has been cut.
Yes, he is not on a righteous path. In a church update, the first logs have been cut.
There's been rumor that I'm actually building a Bible, but it's actually a church.
It's a church. That is a false rumor. That is what we call rumor. That is all for me this week. Next week, more on the flourishing romance of Libby and Hurley. Will they get together? And will he remember?
And is there a pregnancy on the island? Maybe we'll find out next week.
Who could it be?
And speaking of which, here is Men at Work with Who Could It Be Now? We'll see you next week on Echo.
Take us out.
Who could it be now?
And remember, everyone, make your own kind of music.
Oh my
Hello.
God.
I mean, good night.
We have way too much time. And this is why these episodes go for so long.
That's the Echo Radio, Island Radio show.
Hello.
I would listen.
How would all these women exist on this island with no men for so long? And it never occurs to them, maybe if it's not Joss Whedon's script, we need a man to come down and give us some penis. They found better ways because they have all 12 volumes.
Give us some penis. The upcoming title of Jamie Hilding's biography. Give me some penis. A Jamie Hilding story.
But my point being, it actually makes sense in the movie because they don't. Why else would they not need men? Why does it not bother them? You know, Why does Diana not take an interest? Like, well, I don't actually need you. If I'm going to keep you around, it's going to be because I think you look pretty, not because I need you.
I think one of my gay friends took me to a bar called that once. Give me some penis.
Come down and give me some penis.
Literally.
Whoopi Hamburger.
Super Whoopi. Whoopi woman. Whoopi woman. You know what makes me angry? The same thing that you just said. I hate them. I hate the slip lane. And it makes me angry. Just stop being an impatient shithead and get behind the line.
You know, I think we should be cutting trees down, building walls, that sort of thing.
Okay, what about One Nation? How about Pauline Hanson? If you don't like the Greens, and I can imagine you like a bit of Pauline.
I do like a bit of Pauline.
Alright,
yes.
Okay, alright. You got a bit of a smile on your face when you mentioned her. You got a bit of a crush on Pauline, do you?
No, well, I wouldn't have thought so.
No?
I wouldn't have thought so, Ben, no.
She said Madonna, because if I was, she'd be afraid I was actually into Nickelback for other reasons.
Good answer. Good answer, Jamie. Well done.
What about like Vladimir Putin?
Yes, he's number 4.
Number 4 in there.
There is holiday accommodation and eateries such as Rocky Glen, Bowden's and Bert's Cafe.
Oh, Bert's!
There is also, don't forget, one of the highlight places of this little township that we will lose out on is a sheltered barbecue area and public toilets.
Oh, not the public toilets! No! They're like, I speak Australian. Like, Australian, come here, I give you a baguette. Like, I don't know. I don't know what they do there.
Ben stole my intro, so I'll just say I have a beep boop beep boop 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 of this.
See? Oh, it's not video.
It's audio, Gillian. They can't see it.
There's a mermaid on the front of this cup in green.
She does have a cup with Starbucks. How was that? How about that? Cash her outside? What's going down?
Cash me outside. How about that?
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Super pissed? He's not super pissed. He still loves me. We continue on.
That's what every single person I've told the story to said. And I was like, I didn't actually say anything to him.
We can start the hashtag blame the Tasmanian.
Blame the Tasmanian. I probably would not be surprised if I'm the only Tasmanian in this stadium. So, yeah. You've kind of got a bit of a look on your face like you're not sure.
It's one of those.
Wow.
So I guess technically I only know 2, but that's okay. That's more than probably the majority of Americans.
I reckon we might get abused by David Reynolds.
Yes, what a cock he is.
I've got a nickname for him, Stiff Pants Reynolds.
Stiff Pants Reynolds. Yeah, we don't like him, so I think we can, you know.
I don't mind him. He's alright.
He's a knob. And look at this. Okay, stop flirting, Ben, and ask a question. Again, I don't generally flirt with all my guests. Only the pretty ones. Oh, he said it again. Shut up, Ben. Right.
Even if Noah's the most obnoxious person in the world. Okay, let's change it to Ben, alright? If Ben...
I mean, I was going to say, Noah is pretty obnoxious.
Not if. Ben is the most obnoxious person on the show.
No, daughter, I can't not do a Boston accent. Love the daughter more. Will you remember all that for the rest of my life? Oh, it's so heartbreaking. Like, I'm meant to be moved in this scene. I'm moved to vomit. Boo. Don't steal my favourite. How did I not remember that? Boo. No.
God! No, to be fair, they moved it to the back because they got complaints that we were basing one of our national heroes off of Mel Gibson and not what he actually looked like.
I don't even know what that means. Am I supposed to be listening to this show?
No, just... We're only 200 episodes in. It doesn't matter if you listen to the show.
Well, it's winter, so I could... That or have you turned into a bogan?
They're practical.
They're practical.
They are, yeah. I think they're about $7 each.
Okay. Hello, Casper. Hello. Goo Goo Gaga.
You know, he smiled and then he reached for the off button on my microphone.
That's often what people do when they listen to this show. Do you like all free stuff? Like if you got, I don't know, herpes for free, would you like that?
No, I wouldn't like herpes for free, but...
So not all free stuff is good?
No, not all free stuff.
The free tickets to the basketball is very good.
Oh yeah, free tickets to a sporting event, anywhere where there's pretty girls, I'm there.
And pretty boys, I'm pretty.
Yeah, and you, Ben, of course you, Benalicious.
But I still haven't said any this month.
Look, yeah, because I'm making sure I don't send them to you by accident now. Alright.
No, because it'd be like a perfect world for me, right? I'd be fucking Saint Victoria, right?
Well, that's
fucking cast on sins. I do no good.
That's what you're named after,
do no
though,
bad.
isn't it?
Perfect. Capiche, you know what I mean?
Your fucking shit needs to pick your game up, and the manager needs a good kick in the ass.
Short and sweet.
Thanks, Dave Wickham.
Thin mashed potatoes with bacon that has been chopped in a food processor. The bread roll was spread with margarine.
She got bread. Mark should go there. You and Luke sipping champagne, you know, just
and I'm like,
chilling.
Zucker, I did buy a boat, man.
It's Captain Phillips.
Yeah, like I was watching that scene thinking like, you know, Jonathan Parley's gonna get on this boat like, I'm the captain now. Like, you know, they're gonna be, maybe that was just me. Say hello! Say poo! It's like, seriously, shut the fuck up! She's literally looking at it going, surely there's a penis in here somewhere. I mean, surely,
This is the most annoying over-the-top act you've ever seen.
I think we have a very unconventional.
So it doesn't matter to you
relationship.
about being married, as
No.
in, what's an unconventional relationship? I'm sorry, I'm just getting deep and meaningful here. This is fun. I like this style of show. Ben's therapy sessions with Jackie and Will.
Thank you for tuning in to The Brink. It has been a pleasure as always. But until next week, keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Sagen Sie immer Orangen, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Continuez à sucer tes oranges.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart.
You good things.
Do keep sucking those oranges.
Sigue chupando las naranjas, Hobart.
Keep sucking those oranges. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Keep sucking those oranges. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. Keep sucking those oranges, Hobart. And good night.